All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's the Red Hot Nielson Show. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad lights. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites. Feliz Navidad lights. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
6:06 with the AM Nasty simulcast on the FM dial. Of course, over on YouTube and iHeart, and tune in at edmontonsportstalk.com. Could have had a number of goal songs played on the show today. If they could have just carried the momentum from a game against Toronto into a game against Montreal, instead they gift wrap a game for the Montreal Canadiens. Like, what Pickard stopped last night? 4 breakaways? My God, you guys, get your head in the game, for goodness sakes. Hey, Connor McDavid, nice assist to the other team. What the hell was happening last night? That was an awful, awful hockey game from the Oilers. They will never win 3 games in a row. Like, this is insane. It's insane. I mean, what? They should have played the big boys more last night, I guess. How are you so, like, how can you criticize anybody else when 5 guys play 45% of the hockey game? Think about that for a second. I can't believe I'm getting so fired up on a Monday bloody morning. Had a great weekend, too. But here we are. Here we are.
Oh, your Habs won, though.
That was nice to see my Habs win. Great young team there. Lots of talent. Dobish, the real deal. Should have traded for him. They should have traded for him. He would be the upgrade on Pickard that you're looking for.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, I said that last week. Good weekend. Fun show locked and loaded for you. If you are listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can text us. I'll get you to the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Check out ParisJewelers.com. 5 local locations, 14 locations across 4 provinces as well. Propose now, play late, pay later at PJ's during the holiday season. ParisJewelers.com. One of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza.
It's the text of the day. Here, I got one for you.
Royal Pizza.
The Oilers gave that game away.
Royal Pizza.
The Oilers aren't back. No, they're not. Did you say are back or aren't back?
Aren't.
Yeah, aren't back.
No,
Yeah.
I would. Well, you could say.
No way.
Saturday was a
Impossible to see.
bit of a tease.
Impossible. I'm not even having the discussion again.
Oh, you're.
Unless they win 3 in a row.
What if they then drop 3 in a row?
I think that, I almost expect them more likely to do that.
That would be back.
How many times have we almost been fooled by this team so far this year?
It's a tease.
I'm not going to be an idiot anymore and go, oh, are they back now? Are they back? No. Win 3 games in a row, then we'll talk about you being back. Is that fair?
Doesn't matter against 2? You're not looking at
I don't care. No,
I don't care how banged up they are. You don't care how.
No, they could have 3 games in a row against the Canucks. And if they were to beat them 3 times in a row, I would say, yes, let's do it. Big Maple says, so no days off for Jarry from here on out. Well, this is the thing. That wasn't on Pickard last night. Pickard made 4 breakaway saves
It would have
last
been
night.
a lot uglier.
A backdoor tap in because Regula can't skate well enough. Connor McDavid with a sweet setup right in front of his own net. Like, there's no way we can hang last night's game on Calvin Pickard.
It was 4 breakaways. I lost count after a while.
Yeah, it was 3 in one
seemed
period.
Like,
3 breakaways in one period. What's this? What's this about? Come on. Anyway, the Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa. We're proud to be local and family owned. Count on experience to speak for itself. With Weiss Johnson, whoa. Striving to bring you a comfortable home. Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. Make your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train. It's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today. Yes, that's what you should do. If your furnace gives you any issues, WJSportsTalk.com is the place to be. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio as well. If you looking for some juicy chicken, got you covered. 3-piece bone-in for just $8. We'll lay out the show for you in a second. How was your weekend, my man?
It was great. You?
Oh,
we
it
had
was
a good
excellent.
time there on
Christmas
the weekend
party,
started
eh?
with a bang, hey?
Oh, man. I thought it was a phenomenal Christmas party once again. We have found a recipe for success.
High event, and apparently somebody else did too at the bowling alleys. They had their
Those
Christmas
guys are
party
beauties.
The exact same time
crew.
as last year. Yeah,
Same, and they were at the casino
It's like
after.
we're in a time warp.
Yeah, time without the casino. They're like,
Love
you
it.
guys stopped and took pictures with us, and it was great.
And I like that we had that back room at the taco plate. We were out.
Yeah. It was nice. We're kind of in the back a little bit. So yeah, we hit the taco shop again on Bourbon Street. Then we had 2 hours of bowling at Ed's, and then the majority of us decided to go to the casino. And I actually finally hit some numbers in roulette, and I came home up money.
You're flush.
I couldn't believe it. The next day I looked at Tam. I was like, "What do you think about this?"
Yeah, at 8 a.m. going to.
I had to go to hockey really early, but I was still home before 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it was
like
good.
it wasn't
Yeah,
like
solid.
it was a really fun
We
time.
fit a lot in
but
without-
nobody got stupid.
Yeah.
Well, Murray McCord enjoyed himself at dinner. I will say that.
More on that at the hangout
The
today, if
Merman
you
will
can
be on the
make it
hangout
in.
today if he remembers. Oh, he was into the wine at the dinner. That's for sure. But yeah, we had. I thought it was a really good time when we went bowling last year. We did a draft. This year we decided to go the 5 oldest guys versus the 6 youngest.
That's pretty neat.
So it was me, Reed, Glue Guy, Tommy, and Hernan versus Eric, Maddie, Trev, Zach, Benny, and Jasmine. And it didn't surprise me. The older generation really rolled.
It was the old man strength.
It was the
Yeah,
old man
yeah.
bowling strength that really made the difference. We crushed you guys twice.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do next year. I don't know if we can run that back next year. We might have to go back to a draft next year.
A draft.
Trev?
Fine.
Trev, you
straws.
bowl once a week. Didn't look like it in the first game, but you hit,
pumped.
3 in a row? You had that turkey in the second game there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Just feeling it out. I don't know. My bowling game is like my golf game. I do it, but do I really learn much? No, not really. I go to have fun. I don't remember last time I bowled sober. You know?
Yeah.
You just go to have a good time.
It was a good time. That's the thing. Bowling was awesome.
It is awesome.
It was really fun. I'll tell you, I was eyeing up that karaoke room you can rent there at Ed's too. Somebody's already in there.
Oh,
but you
yeah?
can rent the karaoke room, $80 for 2 hours.
That's not bad.
Looks like a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Might have to add that to the itinerary for next year's Christmas party.
More of a 5-pin guy myself, though.
Yeah. Well,
You can really get a spin on those puppies.
Yeah, big 5-pin
talking
guy.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
I think Murray's going to talk about that on the hangout today.
Oh, is he?
He told us
Is he
that
also?
he's an
Yeah.
incredible 5-pin
He likes
bowler.
the small balls.
McCourt was awesome.
He's incredible. 5
Yeah, he's like, what are you guys going
220?
bowling? 5-pin or 10-pin? I said, we're going to play 10-pin. He goes, oh.
Ah!
He goes, I'm awesome at 5-pin. I said, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I average about 225. I said, what? No way.
Yeah.
And then he goes, yeah, but I retired. I said, what do you mean you retired? Were you on the circuit? He goes, no, but I retired. I don't bowl anymore.
Okay.
So why not? He goes, well, I just haven't gone bowling. I said, well, I didn't technically retire. You just haven't gone in a while.
Do you know what he told me at the party?
What?
He works out.
Oh, Oh,
Did
man.
you know that?
Murray was the best. He was just, if you've not yet checked out the golf show, you got to do it during the golf season every Sunday. Murray McCourt was lovely. He's full of Christmas cheer.
Beauty in every sense.
It's full of Christmas cheer, man.
You can look up the word beauty, and that performance is.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun time. But yeah, the rest of the weekend was good too. Yesterday, what do we do? So let's see here. The Muzz played goalie, looking like a young Arturs Urbe on Saturday. Played against the St. Albert team. She hung in there pretty good. Like pretty well.
Hung in there pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we finish, and other parents are like, wow, she's a really good goalie.
It's the defensive
And I was just
structure
like,
of the
oh.
team. Is that what it is?
No, the second game, she actually faced quite a few shots, made a lot of saves. And it's funny because every time they come down there, I was like, get down. And she'd wait the last second and then make the save. And I was like, damn it. I guess I can't critique her anymore. So we finish and she walks out and she goes, hey, Daddy, I think I want to be a goalie.
Uh-oh.
And no, I'm good with it.
Okay.
Because I was a goalie. I was
gonna say,
for like
a couple more
7
roulette
years.
wins
I was
maybe
just like,
for the,
well, I'm going to have to go back. Daddy's going to have to hit the
Daddy's gonna
casino a couple more
hit
times.
that table.
But yeah, she really liked it. I told her, I said, look, you can play net a couple more times this year and we'll see if you still like it.
Okay, yeah.
As much there. Because Marshall liked goalie too until one time we played a team and he got beat like 16 times. He was
A
like,
regular
I'm done with
Julie the
goalie.
Cat Gaffney. If you
Oh,
will,
yeah,
right?
Julia. Muzzy.
Does she have the same stance
Muzzy
as
the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they sort of all do very upright. So, yeah, she had fun. And then yesterday we went to a play.
Okay.
Big play family. Me and my family. We went to a play at Sherwood Park at Festival Place.
Oh, okay.
Just this tiny little theater.
It's like a Christmas nativity type of deal?
No, it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
And it was pretty good, but it went like it started at 2, didn't finish till 4:45.
Was there an intermission?
Yes, there was, but still 2 hours and 45 minutes for a play. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was like, this is dragging on a little bit. But the crew, the cast, I think
Pretty
they call
impressive,
it.
yeah.
The cast was phenomenal. They had like the orchestra right there in front of them, like a small little band.
Oh, the pit.
Playing all the music in the pit.
Oh, yeah.
So that was kind of neat. Bumped into a guy there who comes up to me and goes, hey, you Nielson, right? I said, yeah. He goes, man, I used to listen to your show on 1260 all the time. I said, yeah. And then I told him, I said, just so you know, like we are back on the radio, 95.7 Cruise FM. He goes, whoa. He goes, with Eric too. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, it's the same show, but better because it's less interrupted.
And sometimes will.
So, yeah, sometimes phrase rolls back in. So, yeah, that was a pretty good time. Then we hit up the Sherwood Park Mall after.
Whoa.
Saw Paris Jewelers.
Okay.
Paris Jewelers was in there. We did the one walk up and down the Sherwood Park Mall. Not a huge mall, but a throwback mall. Kind of like in Cranbrook. It reminded me of the Cranbrook Mall, like just sort of one line. And then we went and hit Firehouse Subs for supper last night out in Sherwood Park.
A banner day.
Oh, man, we hit for the cycle. It was... it was a pretty good
There's
time.
all that roulette money, hey?
It's all gone. Going to a play and having Firehouse, that was the end of it. But that Firehouse Smokehouse brisket.
But is that what you had? Yeah. What did everybody else have? What did everybody else go down on?
Marshall goes turkey bacon.
Yeah.
The Muzz has like the kids turkey. And then I don't know what Tam had yesterday. Oh, the engineer.
Okay.
Whatever that is. And then they have fries there now.
What?
Yeah, with an awesome dipping
Fries
sauce.
and a sub?
I know. I did it. Can you believe that, you guys? A sub place offered fries. I was like, well, I have to have it because what type of sub place is offering fries?
You like the combo then?
They were like thicker, almost like what do you call it?
The steak fries type of thing?
Yeah, like
Is it
almost a steak fry type. Pretty good.
So this sub fry game, that's something.
I have to tell you,
That's nuts.
it worked. It worked. It was pretty good. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. A sub and fries, but it happened at Firehouse. Of course, Dreger will join us on our Firehouse Subs hotline today. So will Mike Taneer. So will Joaquin Gage. Let's lay out the show for you here. Then we'll dive into some of your text messages. Barry the Cheater says, I don't know if you guys heard that the No Way guy is coming this summer to Edmonton. Yeah, man, we know he was. Barry, come on, pay attention. We had him in studio for like half an hour, like 2 weeks ago. Barry the Cheater, what's going on here? 780-218-9999. Tommy Rubella 2.0 says, I feel like Cranbrook Mall still has a Radio Shack. Does it still have a Radio Shack, Dusty?
Yeah, and a San Francisco.
There's no more. It used to have a San Francisco.
Of course.
The Radio Shack is still in the same place where it was, but it's a different name now.
Radio Barn.
Yeah, it's like some sort of play off of Radio Shack, but it's still basically the exact same store. All right, we'll get to your morning announcements coming up, which will be Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas. Prolux Lighting morning after show just after 6:30 today. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. That'll be happening just before 7 o'clock. Darren Dreger will join us, and we'll discuss the Edmonton Oilers trade. That was what a memorable Friday. First, the Oilers pulled the trigger on a deal. Then Quinn Hughes is traded in the afternoon. I woke up from a quick nap and see text from Hernan to the group chat. It says, "Oh my God, what a trade!" And I mean, is Hernan still fired up over this Jarry trade? And then I hopped on Twitter and I saw it. I was like, "Holy smokes!" Quinn Hughes has been dealt.
The
first star of the game last night.
Quinn Cities.
Is that what they're
They got
calling
all the
now?
nicknames now.
They got
Wallace
the
St. Paul, Quinn City, like it's just printing shirts.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them. We'll do your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day for the Monday Nighter. That's a good. Coming up just after 7:30 today. Mike Taneer from the Too Deep Zone. He's going to be by around 7:45. Kind of easy trivia. What are we at, boys?
60. I know 69's Friday.
So
I think,
65, 66, 66. So we're at 64 now. We'll go kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Joaquin Gage will join us to give us his first impressions on Tristan Jarry versus Stuart Skinner. By the way, do we get Tristan Jarry versus Stuart Skinner tomorrow night in Pittsburgh? I think we probably do.
Gimme.
We'll do your Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge. Where are you going to be tonight, buddy?
Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino 4-0. The final Monday that I will be at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge for this NFL season. So join us.
Final Monday Nighter.
Yeah, final night, week 15 for the Loaded Burgers. So get down there, free heated underground parking as well. Dolphins and Steelers tonight.
And then, of course, the wrap for William Huff. We'll have your sound of the day, which will probably be Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas again. And then Royal Pizza text of the day as well. 6 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Six o'clock hour presented by Ewell, your power play specialist. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project in 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime, ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. Let's get into some Christmas cheer with the 12 Days of Christmas, day number 8. Hey?
Where's Santa?
Well, Santa's being saved for tomorrow because we're going to do
Yes.
Christmas draft tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I thought maybe Santa would make an appearance around
Wow.
6:30 tomorrow
I
morning.
like that.
Santa and Tales of the North, same segment.
Whoa.
What, can we do that? That'd be crazy. All right, Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas, day number 8. Hard to believe that we've
believe it.
already got that far. Here we go. Love it.
On the first day of Christmas, EST gave to me the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the second day of Christmas, EST gave to me too many pizzas and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the third day of Christmas, EST gave to me 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the fourth day of Christmas, EST gave to me 4 drafties drafting, 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the fifth day of Christmas, EST gave to me 5 lock shop hosts, Dusty's in today, and also sometimes 4 drafties drafting, 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 6th day of Christmas, EST gave to me 6 7s, 5 lock shop hosts, sometimes Dusty's also in today, 4 drafties drafting, 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 7th day of Christmas, EST gave to me 7 6 7 6 7s, 5 lock shop hosts, sometimes one is Dusty, 4 drafties drafting, 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 8th day of Christmas, EST gave to me. Zach ate all the food. 7, 6, 7, 6. 7's 5 lock shop host. I'm Tom's Dusty, and that is today. 4 drafties drafting 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees.
Well done, good sir. Well done. Without a hitch.
Zach ate.
Zach,
Get
you
it?
said Zach
Play on
ate.
word. Yeah, 'cause he
it's,
likes to eat.
I get it, man. I thought that was extremely well done.
Guy
A
can
clever
eat.
play on words.
You can put it away.
A clever play on words. So yesterday, that play I went and saw it in Sherwood Park, at some point, Willy Wonka yelled out, 6, 7.
He didn't.
And all the kids in the crowd were like, ah! I looked at Elizabeth, and she was just like, she never been so happy her whole life. She's like, give me one of these. I was just like, oh my God. Like even into a Willy Wonka play, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they worked a 6, 7 into the script. Yeah. It's just like, my God. That's the moment I knew it had officially jumped the shark. I was just there to enjoy the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. A young child who dreams for a look inside Wonka's factory, gets a golden ticket, and then takes Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, you studied it in college, eh? Like really broke it down to the psychological.
Yeah, pretty much. Guys, the only thing I don't like about Eric's 12 Days of Christmas is that there isn't 24, like an advent calendar.
What was that book you, Don Quixote, or whatever the
Don Quixote. Yeah, why?
I know you're supposed to read the book and then you watch the movie with what's his face
with John Lithgow. And I wrote a paper for university based on the movie, and I handed it in, and the teacher was like, "You just watched the movie, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yes, I did."
If you're ever
and I watched it while I was half drunk.
If you're ever trying to get me off a straight face like that,
tell the Don Quixote story.
There's not much to it, but I just find it maddeningly hilarious for some reason.
Dex is saying when the guy yelled at 6, 7, I should have replied from the crowd with "What's up?"
Yeah.
That would have been pretty funny. All right, 780-218-9999. First thoughts on Tristan Jarry as well. What did we think of him? We're going to get into that as we work our way through the show. We're going to talk about it with Darren Dreger as well. Was there actually a market for Tristan Jarry, or was it like it was just the Oilers? They weren't negotiating against anybody, which I kind of assume is how it sort of went. Trev, what were your first thoughts on Tristan Jarry, buddy?
One game in.
Yeah, it's just one game.
One
I mean,
game.
these are super early. We're not locking in an opinion.
I like how he looked, though,
Yeah?
in that one game. Yeah, I thought he looked solid. Like, it's just one game, and I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, he's already been way, way better than Skinner. He's totally better than Skinner. But there were the one thing that I've really been watching Skinner lately is his rebound control, and there was the third goal there, or was it the second goal that Jarry had? It was pretty rough rebound. He definitely wants that one back, but I don't know, boys, like, I've been meaning to bring this up the last few weeks,
Okay.
but when Skinner makes a save, that first save, he makes it, and then he's just on his belly. Like almost every single time. He makes the save on his belly. He just always ends up on his belly. He's
His
always
ability
flat.
to recover for a rebound was never that good.
No, it wasn't. And so that was one thing I was looking for. Yeah, the one rebound he did, like, give it right to Buddy there, and I'm just like, he's definitely going to want that one back, but he did not end up on his belly, and that made me happy.
He was kicking out rebounds, but
Yeah.
was still upright to try to make
like
the next save. Yeah.
Man, there's a montage I seen on Friday of just thank you, Stuart Skinner, for everything. And it was unjust. Like, I felt bad, but it was just all of his fails that he's made over the few years here. And I was just like, oh, geez, that's tough. But I just
Where
look at
can we
him.
find that video? Above average? Is that-
I'll see if I can find it. I didn't do that one. No, but yeah, and I'm just like, there's just so many, and they didn't even include the ones recently where he just falls. That's one thing I noticed is his rebound control wasn't that great, but he just always ends up on his belly, man. He just falls all the time, and so yeah, that was one thing I noticed with Jarry. He didn't do that. I think he looked pretty good. He's really good at handling the puck. It's just one game, but yeah, I mean, for that one game, I liked what I saw.
All right, your first reaction to Tristan Jarry, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. What do you think of the blue pads?
It's a good look.
It's fresh. It's clean.
Yeah, I didn't
it's
mind
new.
it.
I don't mind it.
I hope he has another pair as well.
Yeah.
Eventually, like I do like the classic white pad.
I prefer
but-
darker colored pads.
You do?
Whether it's like red, like whatever team color
So you like
have, or
these
like a
ones, or
black.
were they too bright?
No,
too
no,
bright
it's
of blue?
fine by
Okay.
me. Yeah, I don't like the white. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just a personal thing. Vance Van Vanderen says, "Oh, it's Don Quixote. This whole time I thought it was Donkey Yodi. Story about a donkey mixed with a coyote."
No, that's not the case. I know this because I'm a big literature guy.
Well, you also studied the
It's Don Quixote.
Quixote.
Yeah. That's how it works, I think. Prolux Lighting morning after show for that debacle of a game yesterday, in which I think they were trying to get Draisaitl his 1,000th point.
Good.
I mean, McDavid usually
you wanna
tries
see.
to pass through a penalty kill to get the puck to Draisaitl, but he was even worse than usual yesterday.
Why do you need to try?
Like, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. It's not like there's 2 games left in the year and he gets a $1 million bonus if it's not done this season, if he doesn't get it this season. Like, come on. I thought they were forcing the issue a little bit last
maybe
night.
you want to do it in old Montreal.
Who cares? Like, somebody said last night on Twitter, replied to one of my tweets and was just like, it looked like that 1 point was more important than 2. Interesting. Prolux Lighting morning after show is on the way. We're smack dab in the middle of the 6 o'clock hour on the Nielson Show 6 o'clock hour, brought to you by Ewell. We've got our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. Did I become a millionaire overnight? Probably not. But at least for one day, Trevor Lawrence looked good.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you talking about your night at the table?
No, I also didn't. I won, though, which was nice. I walked away from a roulette table on Friday night with money. Like more money than I started with, which was nice.
Yeah.
Finally hit some
Pockets
numbers.
jangling. We hit our 3-legged.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. What did we miss on? Panthers?
Panthers. I should have gone
going
with
on
something
there?
more chalky. How do you lose
Well,
to the Saints?
yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, we've got the Prolux Lighting morning after show on the way, plus the good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, you can text us at 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let us know that you are watching or listening on Cruise this morning. That would be great. Also, if you're on iHeart or TuneIn or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, I haven't seen any texts yet about dropouts on the show. We are working on that. We're going to test a separate internet line yesterday, and we're working on backup tests on another server with the provider right now to get to the bottom of what these hiccups have been the last week or two. So we'll do that. If you're on TuneIn or iHeart or EdmontonSportsTalk.com on YouTube, we got a sports update coming your way right now with Lieutenant Eric. Lots to discuss from the weekend in the world of sports. This sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust through fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. Call 780-483-1991. And don't forget to mention EST for an extra 10% off.
The Oilers with a 4-1 loss in Montreal last night. They saw their point streak snapped at 5 games. Zach Hyman, the lone goal. Kelvin Pickard stopping 23 of 27 shots faced, including 5 on the breakaway. Oilers road trip will continue tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Elsewhere yesterday, the Penguins falling on home ice 5-4 to the Mammoth in overtime. Former Oil King Dylan Guenther with the winner there. Kraken fall at home 3-1 to the Sabres. Seattle have dropped 8 of 9. Carolina over Philly 3-2 in a shootout. Ziev Buyam had a goal and an assist in his Canucks debut as Vancouver get past the Devils 2-1. And Quinn Hughes also scoring in his Wild debut, leading Minnesota over Boston 6-2. 5 games on the NHL schedule tonight. Battle of Florida as the Panthers visit the Lightning. Rangers at home to the Ducks. Ottawa visit Winnipeg. The Blues host the Predators. And the Stars are at home to the Kings. The Edmonton Oil Kings with a 4-2 loss yesterday to the Brandon Wheat Kings, their final home game before the Christmas break. They'll round out their pre-Christmas schedule tomorrow in Lethbridge. J.J. McCarthy tossed a pair of touchdowns and ran in another as the Vikings defeated the Cowboys 34-26. Week 15 wraps up tonight when the Dolphins visit the Steelers. Join me for this one at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino, Fort Road. Burgers and beer on special, plus free heated underground parking. And LeBron James hit 2 late free throws as the Lakers defeated the Suns 116-114 after blowing a 20-point lead. Raptors back on the court tonight. They'll visit the Heat in one of 5 games. The NBA Cup Final. That goes tomorrow from Vegas between the Spurs and the Knicks. Sports Update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust through fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. Call 780-483-1991. And don't forget, mention EST for an extra 10% off.
Freezing winter temps going down tonight. You know what that means. The gloves are going on and the flow is steady. The water's about to freeze. Baby, it's ready. Out in the yard where the boards are up and the liner is down, I'm gonna make you such a special place, the best in our town. Baby, it's ready. Ooh, you and me just a floating in the dark, tossing our dukes and hitting it hard, make the smooth ice glow. Who needs a river when you got a rig? We're heating it up, just connect it to the sink and take it slow. Spraying the whole night through, feels so good to flirt with you. Winter's here for good, now you're playing hockey where there used to be a lawn. We worked all winter for the ice to be right, so get those blades on. Baby, it's ready. And it don't matter if you skate forever, 'cause we got all night. Can't see anything, you don't gotta worry, we'll just turn on the lights. Baby, get ready.
6:36.
Ooh, you and me just a floating in the
Oh, that's a classic. It makes me emotional.
Stirs up some memories.
Makes me emotional.
I bet, yeah.
First year I'm not doing a rink this year in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years.
No flooding today, though. I don't think.
Well, no,
It's
but
gonna be-
people would have been flooding like crazy last
Yeah,
few
yeah,
days. Shout out to a conch to all you rink makers out there in backyards across the city, across the nation.
Do you know what happened
That
to your old
song's for
stuff?
you. Yeah, I gave it away to a listener.
Yeah, I know, but do you? Ever,
I know,
like,
he has
go
to send me
over,
like a picture
I think
of-
you can freely now go over and like watch like how are the old beauties doing?
Yeah, I like an update. Like, it'd be
think you
nice to
get-
see a
yeah.
picture. I'll tear to my eye.
Yeah.
I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. All right, we've got Darren Dreger coming up just after 7 o'clock. We'll discuss the two big weekend or Friday trades that happened, the good, bad, ugly from the weekend before that. And let's dive into our Prolux Lighting morning after show. These guys cannot win 3 games in a row to save their lives.
Being a fan of the Oilers today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to have your say? It's the morning after show where we will talk about the game and let you know who you should blame. You want a show where you will know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game. You want a show so people know if the problems are still the same. You want a show every morning after the game.
All right, it is your morning after show. It is brought to you by Prolux Lighting, the Prolux Lighting morning after show, simplifying lighting with service that you can count on. Covering all of Alberta, no matter where you're listening in the province, these guys can help you out with any lighting that we're talking, any size business, home, whatever. They've got you covered. They can do it all. Prolux.com. That's Prolux. Prolux.com. Let's do a quick conch because last week Trev says we're not giving out enough conches. Jen says, can I get a conch for my son Hayden? He passed his learner's test on the first try on Friday.
Oh wow!
Well done, young man. Well done.
First try, too.
First try. That's pretty impressive. I passed mine on my first try, barely.
Really?
But I got her done. I think the max was 45 demerits. I got 40. But I still got the
I told you they stuck Wilt Chamberlain in my back seat when I was trying to parallel park, eh?
I don't know. I don't know if you told me that.
No? I had the person that tests you, right?
Yeah.
He sits in the front. He goes, "Do you mind? I'm bringing in an intern today." And
Tallest
the guy's
dude
like
ever?
freaking 8'5".
And you couldn't-
And he sits, and he didn't sit on one of the seats. He sat directly in the middle. it was almost like it was a setup.
Yeah,
to kinda
a
like,
real
How are you
test.
gonna, and then you fail. And
Yeah.
That's how they
It's
make
probably
money.
the last time you had to parallel park anyway.
Oh, I'm a whiz.
At parallel parking. Well, that's good. I'm pretty
Nose
confident
in,
in mine
back
too.
in, whatever you want.
I like doing the nose in. That's
Nose-
impressive.
well,
You know
that's
you're a stud muffin
risky
when you do
game.
that.
Yeah.
All right, Edmonton Oilers last night losing 4-1 to the Montreal Canadiens. Demidov with a pretty nice snipe on the power play put Montreal up 1-0. Veleno made it 2-0. Suzuki made it 3-0. Backdoor tap in Hyman style, and then Hyman gets one on the power play, banging home a rebound. And then Texier would seal it away on an odd man rush after a turnover just inside the blue line. What was the EST big moment that happened in this hockey game last night, buddy?
The Texier goal to make it 4-1. I mean, I didn't really like how the Oilers are playing anyways, and at 3-1, you're thinking, well, 2 goals, and maybe if something greasy or weird happens, they're still in the game. But I'll go with that 2-man advantage for a full 2 to start the game. Was 6-7 minutes in.
Yeah.
That to me kind of signified you're like, you can't get
How
this
do they
one
not
for a
bury one
full-
there?
A full 2. Like when the first penalty was taken and then it was delayed and then you're like, ooh, another one. I mean, you're rubbing your hands together and you're kind of like, let's get this off on the good foot. They don't. I think they had another power play to end the period there as well. So,
But that was a big one. You don't score there, you're like, what's going on?
kind
here?
of you can
How
kind
do you
of
not score in
No.
2 minutes of 5-on-3?
A lot of game to play still yet, but it kind of sets the tone there a bit, and I think it did last night. 0-3-3 now. The Oilers are on the second half of back-to-backs.
You have not won a game on the second half of
No,
back-to-backs.
and I think, again, you get that 2-man advantage. At least you get a little something out of the gate there. It'd go a long way to maybe change the
Well,
fortunes.
break
last
the ice
night,
on
'cause-
Dobas, who'd been playing pretty well.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
like, let's go get one.
And I mean, again, Kelvin Pickard, you got 4 goals, 5 breakaways stopped.
The Oilers didn't deserve any better.
It was a
last night,
funny night,
right?
yeah.
Like they did not deserve
You
any
had
better.
Joey Veleno putting in goals and looking for .1,000 for Leon, and it was a weird one. I think, again, you don't take this. I know we're not going to say they're back and all that, winning 3 in a row, but I think the way that they've been playing as of late, you keep looking at that and say, if you want to make excuses or / reasons, this is just one that you flush. And
So
you
you're
move on.
saying this is just a hiccup?
It
Yeah,
is.
for a team that's been playing pretty well lately.
I think that's the way you have to kind of take this, right? Now we can sit here and bitch about the bottom. Like there are things. This isn't working.
I'm going to get to it when we get to the super stat for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I mean,
so there are things that you can talk about, but again, I'm not reading too much into the result last night.
yeah, but the
Frustrating
big
as it is.
moment was the 5-on-3 for that long with a power play that's this deadly.
Yeah.
You're watching that at that moment. You're like, oh, this isn't gonna go their way tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd go and what they have like 6 shots I think on the 5-on-3.
They worked it. Yeah.
They had some chances. Dobush made some nice saves.
And
So
even
yeah,
at the end when they had
that's
the
gotta be
goalie
big moment.
pulled too, when Pickard was pulled, like it was nonstop.
Yeah.
but nothing happening.
Well, that one was nonstop, but they weren't getting
No.
a ton of pucks
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that. They were mostly trying to feed Draisaitl. Like there was one time, I think there was a shot and the rebound came right to Connor, and I was like, "Oh, fire it!" And he tried to feed it through to Draisaitl again. I was like, "There's 6 legs there, man. Put the puck on net." All right, super stat of the night. What are you looking at for the super stat of the night?
Well, anytime you stop 5 breakaways, I mean, that is pretty super. It's tough to look away from that, albeit in a loss. But special teams as well. 1 for 5, the Oilers with the man advantage. That was the Hyman goal. And 2 for 4, the Habs on the power play yesterday. So 50 to 20%. And normally when you're looking at these two teams, you would argue 9 times out of 10, those numbers are reversed. So I'll go with special teams, both failing to do it with that 2-man advantage, and then the Habs, Demidov opening it on the power play. And Suzuki adding another one with the man advantage to make it 3-0. So I'll go special teams. Although, courtesy natural stat trick, Dusty.
Okay.
You want the expected goals from last night?
Yes, I do.
2.02 for the Oilers, 1.84 for the Habitants.
1.84 for the Habs. Really? Huh. Interesting. Here's my super stat of the night. You had 5 guys basically play twice as much as anybody else on the team. And I get it. like, we're going to sit here and I see on Twitter and everywhere, and people are like, they're bitching about, oh, they get nothing from the bottom six. They get nothing from but these guys don't play. They don't play. Like, what, you're expecting Max Jones to do something in 5 minutes and 40 seconds, or Curtis Lazar in just over 7 minutes? Like, these guys don't play. The Edmonton Oilers, once again last night, played 5 guys for 40% or more of the hockey game. When those guys are playing almost half the bloody game, those are the guys who should be getting all the points. Like, they get all the juicy minutes. Nobody else in the team gets any juicy minutes ever. It's always, and last night, you're down by 3 goals and you're still rolling out the same 5 guys. Like, I don't, like, you're down by 3 goals. The game's over. I got to give a conch to Jack Michaels, who thinks they can come back when they're down 8-0 with 6 minutes left. Like, Jack will paint a marvelous picture every single time. Like, he will.
The path.
But my God, like, this is as a team, those guys are out there for 3 minutes, and Jack and Louie are like, maybe the timeout, keep them out there. I'm like, they've been out for 3 minutes, they haven't done anything. And then they get them off, and then there's another whistle. Those other guys went out there for 10 seconds. So those guys go out there for 10 seconds, and then it's like, oh no, get the big boys back out there. The game was over. Let your team play. Like, I'm sorry, it's the same thing every single time. Like, I get it when you're down a goal. But when you're down 3 or 4 goals, man, why are you playing these guys for 6 of the last 7 minutes? I didn't mean to do the joke. It's just something I said. Stop it. And then it's going to fall back again. Like, we've been sitting here, and I'm starting to wonder, and I've been guilty of it myself, where for the last 5 years, you're like, they get nothing from anybody else. But at the same time, nobody else gets to play in any critical moments, or even a power play in the middle of the second period. The other guys are still out there for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Like, there's no secondary scoring of this team because none of these guys get put in a position to actually have some juicy minutes to score. It's frustrating when you see it, because we're going to be sitting here, and mark my words, when they get eliminated from the playoffs this year, they will go down in a game where they're trailing by 3 goals, and the big line is out there for 6 of the last 7 minutes of the hockey game. And he's going to say, no, same old story again. Like, Eric, I'm not using it to do the bit. So I don't know. It just mix in some of these other guys sometimes.
Well, that's what really sucks now.
It's a chicken and egg thing. Do you get nothing from them because they don't get to play?
It's totally.
Or they don't deserve to play because they never do anything?
But when Roslovic comes back, and you're shipping... Like,
when Roslovic comes back, Savoy's going to play less than 10 minutes a night.
That's what I'm saying.
And people are going to, Savoy's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Look what he does when he gets to play. Matt Savoy last night, somebody replied to me last night on Twitter and said, Matt Savoy, I didn't even see him in the third. Is he okay? So I went and looked at his shift chart. Matt Savoy, he was one of those guys who got out there for the 10 seconds late before getting back to the bench. He had 5 shifts in the period for right around 2 minutes. And that's one of the guys who could provide some sort of secondary offense for you. He doesn't even get to play in the third period. So, I mean, it's the same thing over and over and over again. It's just, I don't know. It's just, to me, if you're the rest of those guys, you might as well check out with 10 minutes left in a hockey game if you're down 2 goals, because you're not playing anymore.
Yeah, you're not looking at
That's the end of the story.
Fixing the bottom 6. You're looking at playing.
Well, and this is also a group of guys who got all the juicy minutes all night and done nothing with it outside of a Hyman rebound goal late. Right? Those are the 5 guys who were on the ice for the biggest moment of the game that we talked about. Right? They didn't have it last night. Let the rest of the team play late. You're not coming back. Or maybe you do, and you do it as a group. You know what that would do for the team as an entire group? They'd go nuts. So I don't know. It just frustrates me when you're sitting there and that line's been out there for 3 minutes. And they're like, maybe call a timeout and keep them out there. You might as well cut the other 15 guys on the team and just run 5 guys the entire bloody game.
Especially when you're giving the puck away.
This is the second half of a back-to-back, and those guys played 25 minutes. Yeah. And you lost by 3 goals. I don't know. It just does. And when you load them up nuclear at 5-on-5, it doesn't work anymore anyway. Just play the team. Like, I just don't get it. Anyway, sorry for the rant. But it's just the same. This pops up all the time. And like twice a year, they'll do it where they're down by 3 and they come back. And you think it's going to happen every single time. And it's just not. Play the team. 3 stars last night. Dobish, first star of the game, .964 save percentage. Slavkovsky, second star of the game. Jake Evans, third star of the hockey game last night. Who's your fourth star of the game, LT?
It's Calvin Pickard. I'm sorry. Like,
when you face that many breakaways in a hockey game,
I get it. I get the save percentage. I get maybe you could argue that maybe a couple of those you'd want back. Not the one that was coughed up in front of your net, though, to a Joe Veleno.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough spot to be in as well. We talked about Bouchard the other night and a giveaway not being as bad. That McDavid was trying to have a worse one. No, Pickard, 5 breakaways. He kept him in it. It would have been a lot uglier if he hadn't done what he did. So I'm going for Pickard, an otherwise non-star-studded night for the Oilers.
My 38th star of the game, and I'm not gonna. I'm going to put it on this guy just because we haven't talked much about that turnover. But I'm going to say Connor McDavid last night. I get it. He's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. He's a franchise.
Great night Saturday.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, in Toronto, he was just
speed burst goal.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Probably should have had 7 points in that night.
Sure.
He was phenomenal. But that giveaway, like you flips a puck right, and I know who he was looking for, but it was behind him, and like that is an awful, awful, awful turnover. Not as bad as Boucher's because Boucher basically put it on the, like, it was like, here, just take it from me.
Yes, but it was.
But this one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Backhanding a puck in front of your own net. That was a pretty bad play. And McDavid's on another level, don't get me wrong, but even he's got to look back at that and go, oh, damn. What was I thinking there? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was ugly. That was ugly for sure. But through this darkness and ugliness, a bright light must emerge.
There's always a bright light.
It's the bright light of the night.
Yeah.
You need roads lighting in the light. The bright light.
It's at Prolux Lighting, bright light of the night.
We got to fade that out.
Yeah, I like that. I like how it just drops. I mean, do you give it to Pickard for stopping all these breakaways that they allowed on him?
Find somebody else. That's the challenge, I guess, here. Hyman got a goal.
How do you say the Habs, what was their score? There was 1.8 goals they were supposed to have. They had 4 breakaways.
I'm looking at, that was, so 5-on-5, it was 2.02 to 1.8 for all situations.
All situations.
4.17 for the Oilers, 3.98 for the Habs.
Oh, in all situations.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, Pickard made a handful of breakaway saves last night. Who else would be in consideration for I mean, half the team didn't even play 12 minutes.
Don't do it a lot. But
goalie in a loss?
Just, well, 850, I like the whole bit, but I mean, I think it'd be a lot worse if he wasn't. So, again, find somebody else if you can.
Bright light in the night. Calvin Pickard.
What
a weird night. What a weird, yeah. Branko and the crew over at Prolux, if you're keeping track of this, put a little bit of an asterisk on it, but there's nobody else that really deserved that last night, I didn't think. All right, Trevor, you two, are you worried at all about this loss? Or they've been playing well, second half of back-to-back. They have not won in 6 tries in this situation. They still can't win 3 in a row, but are you okay right now? Your mindset?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's a positive boy.
Still, man, it's just tough because now it's just like they go from looking unreal to not. Like, I don't know. I've been saying it for a while now. I guess like the last 3 weeks. But I'm like, they're gonna come out. They're gonna look so good. You see McDavid last game; he was awesome. And man, like the 5-on-3, I was like, they're gonna score here. They're way better on 5-on-4s than 5-on-3s. I swear. I'd love to know the numbers on that, but I swear they suck. They cannot score a goal 5-on-3 to save a life. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But I feel like they keep getting a little bit better game by game. I think Podkolzin's like really coming into his
Yeah,
own.
he is.
Playing
He's
some of the
yeah.
best hockey ever. Well, for like him.
If you're
you
doing
know?
a bright light of the night for the month,
Yeah.
Podkolzin would probably get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah, like I feel like certain players are, when given ice time, that's just the thing. Like just looking at the ice time distribution for both teams, like not a single forward for the Canadians is over 20 minutes. You know, that's a team effort. That's a team win. And then you're like, I don't know, like 24 minutes for Hyman, 25 minutes for, almost 26 minutes for Leon. Like what the heck?
It's almost half
on
the
a
game.
back-to-back.
Half the game on a back-to-back.
Yeah, so no, I completely agree with that. They got to get everyone else involved. It's a team, right? And what would a Mangiapane goal do for the Leon Draisaitl and McDavids of the world? What would a Max Jones goal do, right? It's a rallying thing. Like you want to see that. The boys they'd feed off that. Okay, they did their part. Now let's go do ours. And there isn't any of that. It kind of a little reminiscent quickly just on Derek Ryan right before Tippett was
Yeah,
fired.
when he
They're
said
like,
that, yeah.
Oh, now we have roles, like there's roles. There's no roles for those guys right now. They get on the ice with, their cold feet. How are you supposed to produce like that? So I completely agree.
All right, 780-218-9999 if you want to chime in. Let's get into the good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. Let's whip through this. Rick, what's your good from the weekend, buddy?
Josh Allen's second half against the New England Patriots.
I saw everybody just saying he was
Holy
complaining about everything.
Hell. Look, when you're talking, and we do this when we talk about the CFL season, the most outstanding player. That's you go to outstanding, you go to numbers, you go to wow, that's outstanding. Look what they've done. When you're talking about and calculating value to a team, and I don't know where this team would be without a guy like Josh Allen, because you look at the weapons he has, not a lot. More tight ends.
He's throwing to a bunch of number
beauty
2 and number
pageant.
3
Yeah,
receivers.
No. I mean, the running game, yes, that's a strength, but the defense, they suck against the run. That was on full display yesterday during the first half. Patriots are running all over them. It was night and day again, and I don't know how they can continue kind of spotting teams, 20 plus points and then coming back and winning. I don't know if that's a recipe.
That's one of those things that you won't be able to do at some point in the playoffs.
It's going to stop eventually, but right now you just got to tip your cap to Josh Allen and his heroism, his Superman-esque. I mean, that's again, it's true value and keeping plays alive, finding guys that aren't household name weaponry. I just think that's huge, outstanding value. Again, he provides value to that team. Where if you take him out of that equation, they're sunk, they're trash. So 35-31, it was a hell of a game. 3 touchdowns for Josh Allen.
Trev, what's your good from the weekend?
I love Hughes to the Wild. I think it's awesome. I love it. I think it's great. Like I'm so happy. Like, oh man, just for the Wild, Kirill Kaprizov. Like I was big on them coming into this year. Like I thought they were going to make a push, but now I mean that makes them a legit contender for if they're able to keep him as well. That's just going to be so fun to watch for the next few years. Kirill Kaprizov, Boldy's still, turning into a hell of a player. I thought that was awesome. And as well, the Canucks, they can suck it. That's funny. I love it. If they were a very humble fan base, I'd be like, oh, I feel bad. But no, they're probably the most toxic fan base in the NHL. So suck it.
My good from the weekend, Trevor Lawrence. Everybody knows, if you've been listening for a long time, if you don't, I have a pretty big Trevor Lawrence rookie card collection because I thought he was going to be the real deal. Trevor Lawrence played a historic game on Sunday, becoming the first player in NFL history with at least 300 passing yards, 50 rushing yards, 5 touchdown passes, and a touchdown run. A rushing touchdown as well. It's never been done. Trevor Lawrence is a one of one, and if you're interested in buying a huge, massive 70-card Trevor Lawrence rookie card collection, slide in my DMs. Send me an offer.
Sell.
What's your bad? We got to move here. What's your bad?
Bad from the weekend as well, sticking with the NFL. Phillip Rivers starts and throws for 100 yards.
Yeah.
I thought the NFL was the world's best league. You're telling me? Well, no, I like it. I think it's a wonderful story and all that. But if this was
ugly. That's my ugly. I've got it. That's my ugly.
Give me a break.
Okay, we'll come back around.
Yeah, okay.
Trev, what's your bad?
I'll just say yesterday's game. That sucked.
Yeah,
Coming
that
off a
was
huge
bad.
win, I'd expect a way better. That sucked.
My bad is Stetcher's own goal for Stetcher. To me, it looked like he saw McDavid and was like, oh, and he passed it to him and he's like, thank you, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It looked like he's like, I was trying to clear it. But to me, I think his mindset for a second was just like, oh, yeah, I'm on that guy's team and he's feeding me in front.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, you're ugly.
Injuries from Week 15, specifically the Patrick Mahomes and the Micah Parsons. More
too,
seriously,
yeah.
the Parsons for the Packers, just because they're still in the mix. Mahomes, though, I know people doing a quiet victory lap.
But yeah, that's. I mean, not for an injury that's greasy, but yeah, for the Chiefs missing the playoffs, I think nobody's going to feel sad for
icing
them.
on the cake there.
We'll get to all the NFL stuff with Mike Taneer. He's going to be by around 7:45 today. Trev, what's your ugly?
Yeah, nasties. Put in the nasty chat. I want to know your thought on this, but not the biggest WWE guy.
Oh, yeah.
But a year of, this is Cena's last match. He's retiring, for a tap out.
I had a bunch of wrestling guys explain to me that was the way to go.
Really?
Yukon Jack texted me like this huge thing yesterday.
So that's what I was thinking.
He
like,
doesn't
if
right?
you're a
Like, that's the
diehard,
whole-
right? Like
the
you never
diehards,
give up, right?
the
Never
only
give up.
the only opinion I'm going to care about is Bruce Boudreau when he joins us.
Yeah, me too.
He was there, but Yuke texted me yesterday and said, he goes, when the love of the business takes precedent over individual ego, and it rarely does in pro wrestling, it's customary to go out on your back, essentially giving your body of work and legacy back into the wrestling universe to build the product forward. If it was points, Gunther now gets all of Cena's points moving forward. Whoever beats Gunther now is beating Cena. Who beat Taker, who beat Orton, who beat Edge. The tap out I thought was nice. Cena saying my time is up. A conscious decision to end it.
It gets the
So
pop
that's how the
now.
wrestling
the
guy is.
diehards would know that.
The diehards would know. I saw it and I was like, I figured he was going to lose because I know him like in wrestling a lot. But when I saw the tap, and then I heard he never tapped out once in his
Well,
career.
that's
So
the
that's
thing.
the thing.
That's the.
So
you always
we
expect
also have to
the
remember the
expected.
entire thing's a storyline, is scripted, and it's still real to some of you. Damn it,
They were chanting AEW in the background. Hey,
were they?
when Triple H
Oh,
was doing
wow.
his post,
Interesting.
he didn't like that.
My ugly, I go back to the NFL quarterback landscaping. Can you imagine what people would be saying about the Canadian Football League if midway through the season somebody had to call up
High school coach.
had to call up Mike Riley, who's been retired for 5 years, and go, hey, you want to come in? People would be mocking the league, like Canadians. Canadian NFL hardos would be mocking the league relentlessly. Yet it happens in the NFL and I'd be like, well, it's a great story.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
Can you imagine if we're sitting here going, the Calgary Stampeders or the Edmonton Elks are bringing Michael Riley out of retirement? What's he been doing? He's been doing nothing for 5 years. Hasn't thrown a football in 5 years. Had to go get shoes out of a trophy case.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have any. People say, this is pathetic.
28-year-old son is in the stands watching.
Yeah, like, it's... I know. I thought the exact same thing. I'm glad you brought that up because
BS.
if this story was happening in the CFL, people would say it's a joke league. End of story. Let's just leave it at that.
No, I liked watching him, but I mean, it was kind of funny. It was a throwback of sorts. There was that time where he slipped on he just kind of, I was like, oh. But he threw for over 100 yards. Like, he didn't play. If he would have got eaten up and torn up and,
Yeah.
But
All right, so there you go. That's the 6 o'clock hour. It's been brought to you by Ewell. We got Darren Dreger coming up next. He's our GS Construction Hockey Insider. We're going to talk about a pretty monumental Friday. The Edmonton Oilers trade for a goalie, and Quinn Hughes gets sent to Minnesota. What a time to be alive. 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell. 7 o'clock hour will be brought to you by Game Sense. We got a sports update coming up. Also in the 7 o'clock hour, we'll have your Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day. That's a good for the Italian Center. And then Mike Taneer, Two Deep Zone's going to pop by to recap everything that happened in the National Football League and help us set up the Monday Nighter. Let's get to a sports update right now, brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. We have one room left on our trip to Mexico on February 22nd. 5-star Planet Hollywood Cancun Resort. It's going to be awesome. You can roll down with us and about 50 listeners. It's going to be a great time. Give her a call, 780-970-4834 for more information on that. Here's the update.
Saving 100.
69 days away from the trip. Oilers fall in Montreal 4-1 to the Habs last night. Low event game as Zach Hyman provided the goal. Kelvin Pickard stopping 23 of 27 shots faced, including 5 breakaways, as the Oilers saw their point streak snapped at 5 games. They look to get back in the win column tomorrow night as the road trip continues in Pittsburgh. Penguins yesterday falling 5-4 to the Mammoth in overtime. Dylan Gunther scoring the winner there. Kraken have dropped 8 of 9 as they lose on home ice 3-1 to the Sabres. Carolina getting past Philly 3-2 in a shootout. Canucks doubling up the Devils 2-1, and Quinn Hughes would score in his debut for the Wild. Minnesota 6-2 victors over the Bruins. 5 games around the NHL tonight. The Stars are at home to the Kings. Nashville visits St. Louis. All-Canadian affair from Winnipeg as the Jets entertain the Sens. Anaheim's road trip continues against the Rangers, and the Battle of Florida as the Lightning welcome in the Panthers. The Edmonton Oil Kings falling on home ice 4-2 to the Brandon Wheat Kings yesterday. That concludes the home portion of the Oil Kings schedule prior to Christmas. They will round out their pre-Christmas schedule tomorrow when they visit the Lethbridge Hurricanes. J.J. McCarthy tossed for 2 touchdowns and ran in another as the Vikings knocked off the Cowboys 34-26 on the Sunday nighter. Week 5-15 wraps up tonight from Pittsburgh between the Steelers and Dolphins. You can join me for this one at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino, Fort Road. Burgers and beers on special plus free heated underground parking. Lakers would defeat the Suns 116-114 after blowing a 20-point lead in NBA action. Raptors, they're back on the court tonight. They will visit the Heat in one of 5 games. NBA Cup final, that goes tomorrow from Vegas between the Knicks and the Spurs. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu, and there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad guys. Like Brzezinski and Noodles, Gage and Gage. Maybe just Bubba to Kubet to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Shaggy's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number 1 in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We wanna hear some hot takes and we wanna hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I wanna kiss away? Beat left the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about Amanda Games? Macramel, Rapaport, Dreger and Tanier. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. All the program game in person, Dusty go forth. What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu, and there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
It is the Nielson Show on a Monday morning. Thank you very much for being here today. Tell your friends they can consume the Nielson Show any way their little heart desires. We are on TuneIn Radio. We are on iHeartRadio. We're at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We are live on YouTube right now. Changing 100, Trev. Hammer that for us if you're watching on YouTube today.
Changing 100.
Hammer the thumbs up for us. We would love to. We'd love to smash through 250, 300 today. That would be great. And, of course, we are being simulcast on 95.7 Cruise FM as well. We'll get you back to more classic rock just after 9 o'clock today. But if you are listening to the show today, make sure you text your buddies and tell us we're back on the radio. Bumped into a guy yesterday, like I was saying.
Classic.
This is a very weird sentence for me to say, but I was at a play at a theater yesterday.
Yeah.
And a guy comes up and he goes, "Oh, man, Dusty, loved the show. I used to listen on 1260. And I said, "Well, we're back. We're on 95.7 now." He's like, "What? No way." And so yeah, there's another guy that's been looped back in. So a lot of people don't know. So tell them that would be great. Let's lay out the 7 o'clock hour for. Do we have Dregs yet? What's going on with Dregs today? Let me fire him a text.
Mr. Question Mark.
Yeah, should I just send? Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to just send him a question mark.
Oh, well, you could do that too. But I do love when the guest here in the has the old question mark.
Anyway, we're going to connect with Dregs, hopefully. Mike Taneer from 2 Deep Zone coming up around 7:45. That's so good. Are at 7:30 today. A couple of things we'll dive into. Oilers related.
Yeah, you'll recap that entire Charlie and the Chocolate Factory play.
Well, it was nice because they put this.
I can't believe it was, 2 hours and 45
closer
minutes?
to the book than the movie, but still some twists. Some twists in there as well. Yeah, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, including the intermission, which was like about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's still low. Every time I go to a play, I think, I want to go to more plays. And then when the opportunity comes up, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go.
You were a drama guy, weren't you?
I was top grade A drama student.
Right.
Thanks for bringing that
so
up.
you know. Like you're sitting there and you're like,
I know.
See, I know.
I'm like, oh, look,
you're
he's,
telling.
he's exiting side stage.
Yeah. The terminology.
I don't know if that's correct use of it. I felt like Reed Wilkins because Reed Wilkins goes to a bunch of plays.
Yes, he likes
He's
the
a big
live,
theater guy, so I felt like him a bit yesterday. We'll have your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day coming up. Drake says he's tried to join 3 times. It hasn't connected. You want to send him a new link, Trev? All right, so we'll get that sorted out. Mike Taneer will be by around 7:45 as well. So we've got lots to get to. Want your reaction. I know yesterday's game probably left a sour taste in many of your mouths, but what'd you think of Tristan Jarry in his debut on Saturday against the Toronto Maple Leafs? That's really the biggest story here coming out of this weekend for the others. I know the loss is frustrating. I know they gave up a ton of breakaways yesterday. I know McDavid had a horrible turnover yesterday. I know in a back-to-back loss, they played 5 guys almost 25 minutes yesterday.
And how much are we reading into the Maple Leafs?
But the biggest story here is first impressions of Tristan Jarry. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. I was going to get into it a little bit with that's good. Maybe we'll come back around to it. But I don't know if it's because Skinner was so stationary in the net that Tristan, it's almost, this is a weird thing to say, but it almost was like Tristan Jarry was moving too much.
Yeah, because
you're going from look, Skinner did not move very well left to right, and Pickard moves in a bit of a different way. Left to right, right? He moves better than Skinner, but still doesn't necessarily move like a lot of other National Hockey League goalies. I think that's why we refer to him sometimes as the like a street hockey goalie.
Yes.
Jarry's all over that crease. Like he was moving so well that I thought, wow, this guy seems almost like he's over. He's over moving. He's over committed. He's over out of position. I think I just have to wrap my head around it that it's going to be that much different between the pipes.
Well, you're not giving him the Vezina right now, but is there anything that you saw that you did not like? I guess you could say. I mean, again, you're looking at the movie like because you're comparing it to the body work you saw before. And you're like, wow, this is. But was there anything that maybe not even concern would be a strong word, but kind of stuck out in a less than positive way?
I mean, some of the rebound control.
Yeah,
but. And that could have been a one-off. Like we got to see.
We got the body of work here, and
we got to see more of it. Still not connected. Okay, well let's try the phone then. Hey,
I can do that.
That's
Send me his
yeah. I just texted it to you.
beauty.
Why is that not connecting today? All right, we'll get him. We'll get him on the phone, and we'll get Dreger's thoughts on what if there was a market at all for him. Do you know what the one? Oh, we do have him now. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll get to him.
Oh yeah,
we'll come back around. We can stay with Jarry on Dreger here too, but we'll come back around to it with that's good as well. All right, let's go to Darren Dreger. He is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today. GS is looking for experienced pipe layers, operators, topmen, and superintendents. Visit gsconstruction.ca, serving your community for over 50 years. And Dregs joins us on our Firehouse Subs hotline today. And boy, Dregs, what a Friday the National Hockey League had. We were just sort of coming down off the high of a trade here in Edmonton, and then all of a sudden, boom, Quinn Hughes gets moved out as well. So let's start with the Edmonton deal because it was a very interesting reaction throughout the day here in the city, man. I'll be honest with you. It was what was that one text we had come in? It was like, Stan Bowman has done the unthinkable. He's acquired a goalie and pissed off the fan base at the same time. So it was, oh yeah, they got a goalie, but maybe they gave up too much. It was, I don't know, how was this deal viewed outside of the market, I guess?
Well, I mean, largely it's viewed as change for the sake of change, but that's not a criticism. Sometimes that works, but I think largely everybody looks at the goaltending and the fact that it's evolved into a problem, whether or not that's in the eye of the fan base, in the eye of the media, or that's the reality. So from my perspective, Bowman and company deserve some credit, but you do have to look at the pieces involved here, right? Tristan Jarry isn't that far removed from being on waivers. So are you certain that he's an upgrade or as good or even marginally better than Stu Skinner? And you can't be certain. You can't. But again, based on the whirlwind of negativity that just seemed to be swirling around the team, and has basically all season long. And you can dive into last year, maybe even the year before. And look, we can recognize that, Stu Skinner and Cal Pickard both had significant roles in getting the Oilers to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals, but the Oilers didn't win. So, again, I'm supporting the idea of change for the sake of change. I look at Kulak. In my mind, he has the potential of being a top four defenseman. Not always flashy, but a trusted defenseman. And I think that the fan base could recognize that as well. The kid that they get from Nashville, Stastny, I did some work around the Preds and just got a read on the type of player that he is. The feedback that I'm getting or got on Friday was that, okay, limited offensively, but the rest of his game is solid. He can skate, so he's not going to struggle with pace. He's not really a kid. Was he 25? So you've got to handle, even though his games in the National Hockey League are below 100, I think you still have a fairly educated idea of the type of defenseman he's going to be. Sound defensively. I'm told from, an analyst perspective, his gap work is terrific. So you live with that piece for the sake of change. So if you're willing to call it a wash, then you have to look at, the 2 draft picks that were included in this trade as well. And I think that in part, even though you don't know what those draft picks are ever going to materialize into, that's where the overpay starts to get real. And I think that in part is the issue. You had to throw in Kulak, probably didn't want to. The money has to work, but in addition to all of that, you have to throw in 2 draft picks to just make it possible and live with the uncertainty.
Dregs, one of the things that kind of popped up was the timing of it. And I guess there's a couple of ways to look at it. We sort of viewed it as, the team, the management group, somewhat like the fan base was seeing where this team was at right now. And they'd been playing pretty well for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And Skinner had a good 6-game stretch as well. But, this is something that would have, started beyond just Friday. It's not like they called on Friday and was like, hey, what do you think of this deal? They obviously would have been working on it. So the timing of it's interesting because you can look at it and go, well, they've been playing well, but management must be seeing that goaltending is such an issue. They got to pull the trigger on it. And then I also like the fact that you go get your goalie now. You got 2.5 months to evaluate your team before the deadline, which I think makes it make sense to me. But what do you think of the timing of it?
I like it, and then again, I think the Oilers deserve some credit for that. We're pretty well connected with Kyle Dubas and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And even though the speculation has been there for quite some time, connecting the Oilers to Tristan Jarry, the timing from Dubas's standpoint wasn't right. It wasn't right. Tristan Jarry in his mind was still an important piece. The Penguins are still very much wanting to stay competitive. They're not throwing away this season. And they don't think that they're doing that by bringing Stu Skinner into the mix. So why the timing? And it's pretty obvious, isn't it, that they were waiting for Stan Bowman or somebody else to step up in a bigger way.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I mean, whether it was Kulak, whether it was the draft picks, whether it was all of the above, I mean, they finally got to a place, Edmonton that is, where Dubas said, all right, it's not getting better moving forward, so I'm going to make that deal now. So from a timing perspective, I always applaud the clubs guys who jump into the trade pool, especially when you're making a significant change here. It reminds me of Colorado a year ago. Not, they didn't move out Cal Pickard as well and clean out their goalie cache. But why wouldn't you want Tristan Jarry to come in and try and solidify his game in an Oilers uniform for the longer run, right? It's different than Quinn Hughes going to Minnesota because we're talking about a superstar player in Quinn Hughes. But the timing is the same, right? And the Minnesota Wild probably you could make a case overpay to acquire Quinn Hughes. Why'd they do it? They did it because they want Quinn Hughes to settle in with the Wild and look like he settled in yesterday. Pay the dividends that they know he's going to pay for the remainder of this season, playoffs, plus next year, playoffs. And then if there's an extension that goes along with that, that's great. So that's justifying the timing for me.
TSN's Darren Dreger joining us here. Nielson Show, Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, 95.7 Cruise FM, iHeart TuneIn. I just wanted your thoughts and go a little further on this Tuesday. We were going to our staff Christmas party Friday night, and that kind of came across the wire, capping a fantastic day on the trade market.
Crazy.
Do you see this as something that has legs in Minnesota? They gave up a pretty good. I mean, Vancouver getting a decent return for the guy, and some people
Really
arguing
good.
a rental, but what do you make of Hughes, maybe perhaps staying long-term in Minnesota? And just as a second part, I know the roster trade freeze later on this week, Friday. You hearing any other rumblings, or do you think something else, or was it just kind of Friday and now we kind of sail on into next Friday as is?
No, we can't say that. I mean, that's possible because, look, it took the better part of a third of the regular season, for this sort of trade activity to finally, hit the cycle. So I'm open to everything. I am. There's nobody that was getting up Friday morning thinking that Quinn Hughes was getting traded. Nobody. And there's been miles of speculation. Oh, well, he's going back to the New Jersey Devils. Yes, Detroit is interested. Buffalo had been rumored because Buffalo has some younger pieces. Nobody talked about the Minnesota Wild taking a hard run. Of late, and no one mainstream has had openly speculated. So that
wasn't Bill Guerin making meatballs or something?
Bill Guerin said he was making meatballs when he found out, right?
Well, no, when he got the call that the deal was done.
Yeah.
But, look, I mean, the reality is the teams that I talked about here in the East, Detroit, New Jersey, Buffalo, they weren't willing to part with the roster assets the Vancouver Canucks needed. So probably a week now, pushing 10 days, but let's say a week from this past Friday, that's when Minnesota, entered the conversation and just said, hey, obviously we're not an Eastern Conference team, but we have interest in Quinn. Would you have interest in talking to us? And Jim Rutherford said, absolutely. Quinn Hughes didn't have trade protection. So as much as Jimmy wanted to do right by Quinn Hughes, which he has in this case, obviously the perfect scenario would have been to ship him off to the New Jersey Devils to play with his brothers, because that's why, again, the speculation until he signs a contract extension with Minnesota is going to continue to linger. But whether or not that translates into trade activity between now and the roster freeze, we'll have to wait and see. But it proves, and I got all the time in the world for Rutherford and for Guerin. I do, because I can't tell you a number of times Billy Guerin, who learned from arguably one of the best in Rutherford while they worked together in Pittsburgh, has told me the best trades are the trades that work out for everyone. So Billy Guerin isn't trying to nitpick the Vancouver Canucks, trying to squirrel or sneak a piece in there that he knows isn't quite what Vancouver was looking. And no, like, have you, aside from watching, I mean, you guys watch a ton of hockey. This Zeev Buium might end up being as good as Quinn Hughes. He might.
He's got real deal potential, man.
He scored last year.
He does, yeah.
I mean, this kid is a special player. And then on top of that, you get two good forwards in Marco Rossi and Liam Ogren and a first-round draft pick in 26. And that draft in that first round is going to be deep. So Billy Guerin doesn't mess around. Hey, there's always commentary that comes from the Canadian markets, and Edmonton was right at the top of the list. Hey, we're all in. We're all in. No, you're all in when you trade four pieces like the Minnesota Wild did for a superstar player in Quinn Hughes that you aren't sure you're going to be able to maintain and hold on to for more than this season and next. That's what grabbing your you-know-whats and giving them a squeeze is all about when you talk about being all in the National Hockey League.
Dregs, before I let you go, just a little bit more of a focus on the Canucks, because like Eric said, and I think you would agree, pretty good return. We just went through that. So what's next for Vancouver? I mean, they had the JT Miller-Pedersen thing, and they sorted that out with Miller. Now Hughes wasn't happy. Yeah. They sorted that out. Do things get worse in Vancouver? Do they stay where they are for a while? What happens next there?
All of the above. But they're okay with things getting worse, Dusty. They are. Because what that means is they will, and by they, we're talking about Jim Rutherford and Patrick Galvin. Jim Rutherford's legacy as president of the Vancouver Canucks is to leave this team better than when he arrived. Okay. And they've made some really, really bold decisions, but they did well by their players in getting pieces back. The JT Miller trade, all right, Philip Hedl hasn't worked out, because of injury, but they got decent return and they wanted to do right by JT Miller. So that's what they do. If things continue to not go well in Vancouver, they get an excellent draft pick, right? They put themselves in a draft position and they've got Minnesota's first round pick. So now you've got the young pieces that they acquired who are playing in the NHL for the Canucks right now. But in addition to that, you're going to get a couple of really nice draft picks. And I know in talking to Jimmy on Friday night, Jim Rutherford, very excited about looking at the future of the Vancouver Canucks. So Canucks fans may not feel that way because it doesn't look good right now, but they're not too far away from being good again.
Dregs, good stuff, man. We appreciate it. We'll do it again on Monday.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
There you go. That's Darren Dreger from TSN and the Ray and Dregs podcast, joining us on our Firehouse Subs hotline with 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy, now serving French fries with their subs, as tried by me last night. And the sauce that they give you with the fries.
I was going to ask, what was the...
I drink
You're
that
not
stuff.
just doing ketchup
I
here.
snort that stuff. I've never snorted anything in my entire life.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was good.
So it's a special sauce, like kind of a mayonnaise
I think it was
base
actually
or
called
like
the Hero sauce, whatever
Hero
that is.
sauce, okay.
Yeah, it was,
more of a cream sauce? Like, is it kind of a creamy?
cream. Yeah, more, a little bit creamy. It was good. It was delicious. I'm going to start going to the Firehouse and just have fries, just to see what they say.
Maybe next time put a few of the fries in the sandwich. A little bit of that sauce.
So
really,
it's an option, I guess.
Get
That's an
crazy.
option. Hey, man, I think Vancouver did really well.
The
Backs against the wall. No, everybody knows.
Zave Bouillon had a goal and an assist.
Yeah, and there's a ton of
Canucks
he's just scratching the surface, right?
Yeah, I know, but
does he become something special? Maybe. Does he? Who knows? Let's see how it plays out. Rossi's a good young player. I think people in Minnesota did like Ogren, and then they get a first-round pick as well. For a guy who had told you he's not re-signing.
Exactly.
Like, he made it aware. I'm not staying with you guys. Yeah. So the rest of the league could have played pretty good hardball with him, like, hey, we know that he's leaving. So here's where. But I thought Minnesota paid up.
Yeah.
I thought Vancouver actually did pretty well on that deal. And if it makes them worse this season and increases their chances of getting Gavin McKenna, that's also a move that Vancouver Canucks fans should probably support. Now, you can talk about how did you let it get here when you looked like you were trending in the right direction. You had JT Miller and you had Pedersen, you had Quinn Hughes. Everything was looking good. You can talk about the quick decline from there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, if these guys were going to leave or wanted out, thought they did pretty good in this situation.
Better to realize you're on that quick decline, right? As opposed to trying to convince yourself not, or this or that or the other. Yeah, you have to realize where you are, and you have to then act on it in time here.
And if you don't, you finish 10th in the conference like the Flames again.
Then you find yourselves in no man's land. So yeah, you're getting away from a guy. You're getting that pick as well, the 2026 first. And I don't mind it. And I do love the story of Guerin making the meatballs and getting the call there again. He puts out what Dreger said again. Fair for both. Don't mind it.
780-218-9999. If we got any Canucks fans listening, what did you think of the deal? I think you guys, you can be extremely disappointed and pissed off with the situation.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be I don't think you were going to get a better deal at any point between now and when he would walk away from you.
Sure.
Down that. And Minnesota, look, they're in a division right now with Dallas, who's a juggernaut. With Colorado, who's a juggernaut. Now they've got superstar forward in Kaprizov, superstar defenseman, and as somebody texted, I think Troll texted in earlier, said future Hall of Famer between the pipes, according to Reed Wilkins.
Yeah.
Jesper Wallstedt. So, they've put themselves in a pretty good spot as well.
It's an arms race.
Can they keep Hughes? We'll see. But they decided to get him for a year and a half and see how it plays out. All right, let's get into your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Of course, the 7 o'clock hour of the Nielsen Show is brought to you by GameSense. When you are gambling, set a budget before you play and stay informed by visiting GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Was at the casino on Friday night after the Christmas party we had. I guess the Christmas party continued at the casino.
Yeah.
And there was the GameSense banners all over the place. And I wanted to take some selfies with it. But can you take pictures in a casino?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. The guy that was running our roulette table was really mad at Jay because Jay had his phone just sitting there. He wasn't even on it. He was just sitting there. He goes, no phones. And then Jay got on it one time and he was texting. And I looked at Jay. I said, step away from the table. I was on a heater. I didn't want to get kicked out because Jay was on his phone. So I was hesitant to take a selfie with the GameSense banner because I didn't want to get kicked out of the casino.
I'll take one for you tonight at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
they got a big booth there, GameSense booth.
Big booth?
Yeah, big booth.
Okay, I like the idea of that. That's pretty good. All right, your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. I've sent it over to the boys. They should be putting it up shortly. Just a little 2-leg Monday night parlay. And join Eric tonight. He'll be at Sully's. It's going to be Steelers money line. Jaylen Warren touchdown. All right. Steelers money line, Jaylen Warren touchdown.
Sure.
Not sure what the number will be just yet, but it should be up shortly. And that'll be your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. If you've not yet used our codes for the month, EST Sports, deposit 50, get a $50 free bet. If you haven't used YAG 50 yet at all, you could still use YAG 50, deposit 50, get a $50 free bet. And then if you want to dabble in the casino, it's EST Casino. Deposit 50, get a $50 free bet or $50 to play with in the casino. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We're going to dive into that's a couple of Oilers conversations to be had there today for the Italian Center. Then Mike Taneer is going to pop by from the 2 Deep Zone. We'll recap everything that happened yesterday in the National Football League. Joaquin Gage, you may know him from the panel on Sportsnet sometimes. And, of course, right here on EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas every single day from 1 until 3. Gager's going to be by around 8:30. You'll get his thoughts, early impressions of Tristan Jarry in the Oilers' net. Let's get to a sports update right now, brought to you by that handsome man, Mitch Lewicki, and his great staff out at Park Mazda. He's the dealer principal, and he's already pre-ordered 9 Tristan Jarry jerseys. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park. Here's the update.
Oilers' point streak snapped at 5 games as they fall 4-1 to the Habs out in Montreal. Zach Hyman, the lone goal. Calvin Pickard stopping 23 of 27 shots in the loss. Road trip will continue tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh yesterday falling 5-4 in overtime to the Utah Mammoth. Dylan Guenther with the winner there. Quinn Hughes scored in his debut for the Wild. Minnesota 6-2 over Boston. Zayev Buyam had a goal and an assist in his Canucks debut as the Vancouver Canucks would double up the Devils 2-1. Kraken now dropped 8 of 9. They fall on home ice 3-1 to the Sabres. And the Hurricanes over the Flyers 3-2 in a shootout. 5 games in the NHL tonight. St. Louis are at home to Nashville. Winnipeg entertain Ottawa. Anaheim visit the Rangers. The Bolts host the Panthers. And the Stars are at home to the LA Kings. The Edmonton Oil Kings falling 4-2 to Brandon yesterday. That concludes the home portion of the Oil Kings schedule prior to Christmas. They'll round out their pre-Christmas schedule tomorrow in Lethbridge. J.J. McCarthy tossed for a pair of touchdowns and rushed in another as the Vikings knocked off the Cowboys 34-26 on the Sunday nighter. Week 15 will wrap up tonight from Pittsburgh. It's the 7-6 Steelers hosting the 6-7 Miami Dolphins. Join me for the game at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Century Casino, Fort Road. Burgers and beer on the special, plus free heated underground parking. LeBron James hit 2 late free throws as the Lakers would defeat the Suns 116-114 in NBA action. Raptors are back on the court tonight. They visit the Heat in one of 5 games in the association. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. All those Jarry jerseys are of the cream variety.
I
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
You better watch your step. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade. Step out on the court and it's over quick. All aces to go like Djokovic. You're at the three-point line, no time on the clock. You don't even need to watch. You know I'm ahead. 82-0 plus 16 mo. That's a perfect season and a championship. Me and Zach run tracks like Andre DeGrasse and Usain Bolt. You can't handle it. We at the Estes looking for the belt. We the best like Gretzky, Messi, and Phelps. You want to test me? Better bring help. Calm under pressure. You get overwhelmed. It's all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. It's all gas, no brakes. We win the championship and plan a parade.
Let's kick it off, gotta cheer for your team. The city of champs win the gold and the green. Ice in my veins and the turf on my feet. Keeping it up on the waves and the streams. Dusty, Trevin, LTE, Tommy G, Matty I, Jay and Jasmine. After that it's 1-3. We got the smoker cooking up with the Latino heat. 3-6 on a drive, you know we score when we go live. It's Reed Wilkins and J Mill to glue the seams. Man, really, it's a dream. It's just been a year, but it's clear no one else got us beat. Our own beer and our own booze, and now this. Man, really, it's hard to believe. Great host, better guess, all work, no breaks, no rest. Get the check, hit the mark, no mistakes. We the GOAT like LeBron James or MJ. Anyways, here's to you. You the nasties through and through. Couldn't do this without you, and it's true. Man, here's to year two.
Here's to year two. Here's to year two. Couldn't do it without you. So here's to year two. EST. It's all gas, no brakes. 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 We win the championship and plan a parade. It's all gas, no brakes. 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 We win the championship and plan a parade. You better watch your step. The clear choice for sports is no competition. If you're debating, you're hating, or you just don't listen.
7:36 on the Nielson Show. Josh Clausen, local weatherman extraordinaire. Thanks for the escape from the deep freeze, Claus. Am I right?
Yeah.
That was nice yesterday. Beautiful this morning too.
Yeah, it was really good yesterday.
Yeah.
Slippery though. That was.
Oh man, it's slippery.
It's slick out there.
How was the walk in today?
Well, at one point, I mean, the roads are fine. It's those sidewalks. So there's a stretch of like sidewalk for like 2 blocks.
So you walking? Are you on the roads?
I literally
then?
just skated. I just went like this. Because nobody's
You should
watching.
carry like those small little blades you can put on the bottom of a shoe.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be neat. You should just walk on the road.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Don't let the 5-0 see you.
Well,
that would be trouble. All right, it is the Nielsen Show, 7 o'clock hour, brought to you by GameSense. The Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by partners over at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Weiss Johnson. Visit WJSportsTalk.com for all the sweet details of everything that they can do to help you out. That's WJSportsTalk.com. The WJ stands for Weiss Johnson. You get it? WJSportsTalk.com. Keep the text messages coming in. Paris Jewelers inbox. One of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza Text of the Day.
Royal Pizza.
It's the text of the day.
Great.
It's the text of the day. And if you are watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We are like 1 sub away from 13,600.
Oh, get out of here.
Very close. You could be that. You could move the needle to 13.6.
Could be that person.
42 likes away from changing 200. We know there's a lot of you watching right now, so hammer the thumbs up for us. And hey, if you're on that 95.7 simulcast this morning, thank you very much for being here. Tell your friends about the Nielsen Show being back on the radio. Many of them probably don't have a clue. All right, let's dive into that's a good for the Italian Center. You know what hits hard during the holidays? Charcuterie board.
'Tis the season.
Christmas charcuterie board. They've got a bunch that you can choose from, or you can create your own. I think that's a great idea.
The play.
That's a great idea during the holidays. I could see some sort of Italian Center charcuterie board popping up here at the office this week. Couldn't you?
Well, we do. That's good on Mondays. We do it on Wednesdays.
And we do it on Fridays.
Which is
and
the
Friday
Nielson Show Christmas party.
That's our final show before we're both off for, you're gone till what, January 2nd?
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm back. I'm doing the shows December 29th, 30th, and 31st.
I don't know why I didn't take the second off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come back for a Friday.
I took the second off.
And I'm doing Lock Shop with Maddie.
What?
I just took a peek at the schedule. Huss is I'm in for Huss.
You and Huss you and Maddie on the Lock
So
Shop.
the rotating host chairs
On January
in the Lock
2nd.
Shop.
That'll be a good time. I'm doing the shows on the 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Okay.
On the 31st, we'll have Dave Jameson for a New Year's Eve
I saw
extravaganza.
one special guest host.
On the 30th, we're going to have Will Fraser.
Yes.
And on the 29th, as requested by him,
It's requested by him.
HR Daddy is going to ride shotgun with me
Wow.
for a show.
Are we ready for this?
Myself and my dad are going to do a show together on December 29th.
He'll be rolling up the sleeves, hey?
He'll take it very seriously. He'll take it very seriously. So yeah, that should be it's going to be a fun time over the holidays.
Keeping you
there.
on the clock.
It's nice to be sticking around for the holidays. So decided I'll work a few days smack dab in the middle there, and we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah,
So.
you're hosting. Is this kind of how it goes? Everybody's coming up to your place then? Is that kind of how? this
Yeah,
works?
my mom and dad are coming up on Boxing Day.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be a pretty good time. So we're looking forward to it. And then I was telling the kids that Papa's going to do the show with Daddy one day, and Marshall's like, "Well, I should come in for the last 30 minutes."
Sure, yeah.
I was just like, "Yeah, we'd probably make it work." And then the mums was like, "Well, me too." I said, "Okay." So
Is it just your folks, or are you going full Clark Griswold?
no,
this
just
season?
just my parents this year. So that's okay.
Do like you waking up in your Habs jersey, looking out the window?
Just looking out the window. There's my sister out there emptying emptying the old you know what. We've got Christmas draft's going to be happening tomorrow. It was delayed because of the Tristan Jarry trade last week. So Christmas draft tomorrow from 9 to 11. Myself, Eric, Reed Wilkins, Benny, Kamish, Quinn Phillips, hosted by Matthew Iwanek. Draft of Christmas movies, Christmas characters, Christmas movie scenes, that type of thing. That'll be fun from 9 to 11 tomorrow. Unless, of course, Stan Bowman makes another deal. Trades Pickard for Jakob Dobish. All right, that's good. Yeah. So a couple of things. I was going to talk about Tristan Jarry and his ability to move laterally in the net compared to Stuart Skinner. But I'll say this. I'm going to say this for my that's good today. Connor McDavid showing emotion after scoring goals.
He's been doing this as of late.
It's been starting to pop up again as of late. He scored that goal late to tie it, and then they lost in overtime. But remember the sell he had when he scored the second left?
Yes.
And then he celebrated again when he scored against Toronto on what was a spectacular. Well, I will say this: horrible defense. But brilliant skating. Hey, somebody's got to do something. The one guy was going the other way. Connor's just like, see you later. Beautiful goal. Showed some. Trev, what do you make of this? All of a sudden, Connor's celebrating when he's scoring some goals. What's happening right now? What is this? This seems good. That's a good.
It is nice. I do like it. What game was it last week? They lost. So why am I drawing a blank in overtime? They came back, lost an OT like right away. Didn't touch the puck.
Yeah, they tied.
Why am I? What team?
They didn't touch the puck. Ryan McCall, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Thank
Buffalo.
you.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
Buffalo. Jeez.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're the first person ever to forget that Buffalo exists.
That's funny how that worked out. But yeah, no, it was weird because that game, it was less than like 2 seconds. He scored game time goal. I'm like, oh my gosh, he shows that raw emotion. I'm like, wow. Well, the last time I saw him selly like this, it was when the Oilers came back in game 1 of the Kings series, this last playoffs, and they came back to tie it, and then Warren Fogle and then the Kings, they came back, and then they ended up winning. But it was just an unbelievable comeback, and I just remember the Selly there, and I was like, oh, look at the Selly, that is awesome. And then it was all for nothing because the Kings ended up winning. They scored the game-winning goal like a minute later, and you're just like, And I remember them panning to him, and he's just he's shrugging the shoulders, just so ticked off. And so I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Like, and so that happened. And then no Selly, just doesn't Selly forever. And I swear that goal that he scored against the Sabres was the first time I seen him Selly since that goal. And so I was beginning to think that, he doesn't Selly because he just, whenever he Sellies and he shows that raw emotion, the Oilers end up just blowing it and they lose. And so I was just like, there's no point. Why am I going to Selly? I don't know. That's just something I've been looking at. I was trying to connect the dots there, but that's probably not the case. I will say my favorite Selly all time, I don't know why. Like it's the no Selly. I like it, man. I really like the no Selly.
Cold, eh?
Yeah.
The no Selly isn't a Selly.
And
it's just doing nothing.
Yeah, but the head nod maybe. Is that the Selly? Just good job, boys. But Jamie Benn, my favorite player growing up, he was notorious for that, and I just loved it, man. I don't know. There's something about it. I've always just been it gets me going. Just act like you've done it. But the thing with Jamie Benn is like he'll smile and he'll be like, oh yeah, like that was nice. But he knows. I don't like it when McDavid and Draisaitl do it because they look bored. Like it's not like there's a little smirk and
they look angry that they
look
scored.
mad. They look mad. They're like, okay, whatever. So they actually do not do a good no Selly. So
what is going on here? What am I listening to right now?
It's true, man.
The way they don't Selly isn't good.
Yeah,
from a no Selly perspective is what you're saying.
What I'm saying,
God.
you can
I'm
make
about
it
to go
look
cross-eyed
good.
here.
You can make it look good. Jamie Benn always did. He smiled. Yeah. Like what's up, boys? What's up? Let's go. Let's keep it going. McDavid's mad. Straight face. Yeah. Nothing there. So as far as these Sellies, I like them. Keep them coming, Connor. They look good. It was nice to see.
Yeah,
it's refreshing.
It's so rare.
It's refreshing
recently to see him, especially the Toronto. I guess it was a fabulous goal, so he was probably pretty fired up.
Yeah, the whole bit.
Yeah, he should have Sellied the same way when Stetcher put one in his own net.
That would have been
same thing. Stetcher shooting the net, Connor sliding behind the net, looking at him, dragging the ice. That would have been
fully Yakupov.
That would have been an awesome screen cap. That would have been funny. So anyway, that's good for the Italian Center. I thought it's a nice sign of some life back into the emotion of the team.
He has a pulse.
Yeah, that's kind of important to see, I think. Once again, if you were looking to host during the holidays, Italian Center's got you covered, man. And may I suggest a custom-made charcuterie board. Pick out your own meats, pick out your own cheeses, pick out what you want to throw in there. I'd personally go grapes and cheese. It's the meal of pharaohs and Egyptian people.
Yeah, you like
from way back in the day.
Spread out on the couch like a cat.
Yeah,
just have Marshall feed them.
Marshall and the Muzz feed me. I love cheese and grapes together. I'd have that every day.
Yeah.
I'd have that every day. I guess I could. I don't know why I don't, but I love it.
What about the slice of
nice
cheese on the
snack.
apple pie? Is that
not on apple pie, but with apples in general?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Definitely. Big cheese and apple guy as well. Yeah. All right. 780-218-9999 is where you can text in your thoughts on these McDavid celebrations all of a sudden popping back up. And what does it mean? If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We will get to a few more of those comments, but you can sit over there on the YouTube chat and chat with a bunch of other listeners, which is what's happening right now over on YouTube. We're going to dive into the National Football League. And you know what? I'm going to be selfish on this one. I've already mentioned it earlier today. Mike Taneer is going to join us from the 2 Deep Zone here. Let's bring in Mike, and I'm going to bring him up to speed on my mindset this morning. So, Mike, a few years ago now, I started to collect Trevor Lawrence rookie cards, hoping that he'd be the next big thing. And don't laugh, Mike. So I've got somewhere between 60 and 80 Trevor Lawrence rookie cards. Some of them much more expensive than others. And for the last couple of years, I'd not really had a glimmer of hope. But then yesterday, he throws 5 touchdown passes, rushes for a touchdown, rushes for over 50 yards, throws for over 300 yards. The first quarterback ever to have that type of game. I'm not saying my collection is all of a sudden worth $1 billion, but is there a glimmer of hope for Trevor Lawrence moving forward?
I just got to say that up in my attic, there is a big box of X-Men #1 1994 comic books, and I was very excited about them. The problem, of course, is that everyone knew when they relaunched X-Men to go buy a bunch of the comic books. So there's no scarcity whatsoever. They're worth, I bought them for $2. I think they're worth 90 cents now. Trevor Lawrence was the first overall pick and a superstar Heisman winner at Clemson. You know how many people have those rookie cards?
Damn it, Mike. You're not helping me here.
You need the Brock Purdy rookie card. That's what you need. You need the one that like nobody even bothered to go get. But yeah, Lawrence, I mean, he has a big game yesterday. The Jaguars win 4 straight. They've been clobbering opponents. They've been clobbering weaker opponents. But the big thing with the Jaguars now is beginning of the year, Lawrence was throwing interceptions, fumbling, tripping and falling. They were committing penalties. They were making all kinds of mistakes. The Jaguars have eliminated all of that right now. Lawrence is playing well. Their defense is playing well. And if we look at the AFC field, Jaguars are as good a shape as anybody to wind up, home playoff game, first overall seed. It's all on the table right now.
So I guess you are telling me that I shouldn't have told my son and daughter yesterday that they could go to university now. When I saw Trevor Lawrence had his 5th touchdown pass, I looked at Marshall and Elizabeth and I said, well, start picking your schools.
Have your pick. Yeah, anyone.
Yeah, I guess they'll have to get that scholarship now. It's my bad. Where do you want to go, Rick?
Well, Mike, the game that I was glued to yesterday, Bills and Patriots, a tale of two halves once again. Bills spotting a team, multiple points, then coming back. How do you slice this one up? I know that you've at the 2 deep zone, you've discussed it a bit, but we talk about the Patriots and their lack of a schedule perhaps during the season. You still like them seeing the division out? I know 3 games left for both. You can kind of slice it either way. But what'd you make of that one? Where are you going after that game?
Yeah, the Patriots can still win the division. They can still get a home playoff game. You start to see a little bit of the wobbliness when they play tougher opponents. Doesn't take away from what they accomplished this year. I was ready to bury the Bills at halftime. And then I realized I was ready to bury the Bills against the Bengals the previous week in halftime. And I think I spent most of this year ready to bury the Bills at halftime. And then they come on strong. I posted the statistics. I can't pull them up. They've been outscored in the first halves this year. And then they just blow opponents away in the second half. It's a problem for the Bills because if they played the way they play in the second half for entire games, or at least 80% of games, they would be in first place. They would be running away with everything. They would have beaten the Patriots in week 4, etc. If the Bills can do this, if they can consistently do this, yeah, they're probably the AFC favorites. The problem is, we were saying the same thing last week against the Bengals. We keep waiting for the Bills to put a complete game together. They get the wins, but they never put together that complete game.
Mike Taneer with us on the show this morning. Hampton Steve texts in and says, is Mike able to give me any words of hope for my Packers? The injuries to Parsons and Watson seem to be leading to another early playoff exit for us cheeseheads. That Parsons one specifically is going to be tough to overcome, isn't it?
It's going to be very tough to overcome. Watson has also been a big factor, but of course, everything that they do defensively was built upon Micah Parsons. I don't have a lot of words of hope. You're facing the Bears on Saturday. The Bears want to salt away first place. It's in Chicago. It'll probably be like 3 degrees. You're facing the Ravens, who will have their back to the wall. The Packers end the season at Minnesota, and Minnesota is out to prove something right now. They're playing better football. They're trying to show that McCarthy is not a bust, so they're not going to be an easy out. This is trouble. The best thing I can say is, if you look at the NFC, maybe the Packers are the wild card team that faces the Panthers or the Buccaneers, or they get the Eagles if the Eagles are still wobbly. That's your best hope. But if you stack them up against certainly teams like the Rams right now, it doesn't look like the Packers could really compete without Parsons and without Watson.
Ding dong, the witch is dead in the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, unless you're a fan of the Chiefs, everybody kind of rejoicing collectively yesterday as they are officially bounced on home field to the Chargers of all teams. And then the Mahomes injury just topping all things off there. What a way for this to kind of all come to an end.
Yeah, and on the one hand, it's we're bored with the Chiefs. We're kind of frustrated with them. We want to root for somebody else. So you do the ding dong, the witch is dead, and then you see Mahomes, and it's an ACL tear. And you see how he goes out, and you realize this is not good for fandom. This is not good for the NFL. This is not what we want to see. You want Mahomes out there doing his best, and then win or lose on those terms. So for the Chiefs, it looks like it's going to be, they're going to have to soft reboot, because now they're going to be looking at an off season of rehab for Mahomes. You might be looking at week 1 with Gardner Minshew or somebody starting.
And we're big Minshew guys.
We love Minshew. Yeah, more Minshew, please. Yeah.
More Minshew. Minshew madness. Well, you might see Minshew madness in week 1 for the Chiefs. That's something that Travis Kelce will be looking at as he contemplates his next step. Guys like Chris Jones. That's what the Chiefs' future is. The AFC's future, again, for the Bills, this is the opportunity.
Yeah.
For the Jaguars, this is the opportunity. You don't have to slay the dragon now. Get out there and show what you're made of.
Something you said when we were talking about the Packers just threw me for such a loop, even though I know it's happening. But you're like, they get the Bears this week, and the Bears are looking to wrap up first. I'm just like, what's going on here? I saw a tweet yesterday. I thought I said it, but I didn't. Somebody said Caleb Williams has thrown the fewest interceptions in NFL history in the first 1,000 passes, and this is a guy who people seem to still criticize.
Don't believe it.
I know. But Ben Johnson's coach of the year, right? Like, this is wrap it up. It's done.
Vrabel. What about Vrabel?
Vrabel too.
Schedule.
Yeah.
If you said they're co-coaches of the year, I'd be like, yeah, that works. And both of them pretty much did the same thing. They took the second-year quarterback and got him fixed. They got this proud organization on the right track. They both did the same thing. And the reason why the Patriots and the Bears are so surprising, we talked about the schedule with the Patriots. The schedules this year have been imbalanced, have been strangely imbalanced. I think I've mentioned this before, where if you look at who the Bears have played most weeks, like, my God, it looks like they're facing the Browns every week. And when they're not facing the Browns, they're facing the Titans. And it looks the same way for the Patriots, where it looks like every other week they're facing the Jets or something. Those teams have had those opportunities. The teams that have not benefited from that are the Chiefs, are the Lions, the teams who are on the outside looking in right now, because it seems like every week they're on Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football playing another powerhouse, and every weakness has been exposed as a result.
A game that didn't jump off the menu, I think, for most of us was the Panthers visiting the Saints. So if you can kind of fill us in what happened there, because a great opportunity for Carolina, given what Tampa did on Thursday. I know somebody's got to take the division, Mike. Who will it be at this point? Who's going to win the Turtle Derby?
Turtle Derby, that's perfect. It's crabs in a bushel. I like that. They keep pulling each other back into the bushel in their attempt to escape. I don't know who's going to win that division. That was the gift wrap opportunity for the Panthers. They did exactly the same thing the Buccaneers did against the Saints, where they let them hang around. They made a couple mistakes. They got to a certain point offensively and stopped. In the Panthers' case, it was penalty after penalty after penalty. They let the Saints drive on penalties. And then the big play at the end of the game, it's at midfield. There are 12 seconds left. The Saints have no choice but, like, maybe we'll try a 64-yard field goal or something like that. Tyler Shuck goes charging up on a little draw to gain 4 yards, slides, and is in full slide when this kid pops him in the head. Absolutely inexcusable helmet-to-helmet shot. That gives the Saints the go-ahead field goal. So there's no good team in that division. The Buccaneers are the team that should be good, that they've overcome their injuries. Their guys are back now. Most of their guys are back. They should be winning these games. They should have beaten the Falcons on Thursday night. They had a 2-score lead late in the game. They should have beaten the Saints. They're the team that says there's no excuses right now. And if they don't win it, Todd Bowles is probably going to pay the price with his job.
Can't believe I'm saying this in 2025, but what'd you think of Phillip Rivers?
I joked about it. He did not look like a 45-year-old grandpa at all. He looked like a 42-year-old father of like a college-age teenager who's only been retired for 1 year instead of 5. It's fun. It was exciting to see what he did. If you really watch it, he can't move. And he can't throw deep anymore. And his body mechanics don't look great. It's a borrowed time situation. I hope the Colts look at this and say, hey, you know what? We're playing the Texans with the toughest pass rush in the NFL next week. Maybe Riley Leonard is a better option.
That's a good point. Yeah, Texans will kill Phillip Rivers.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Right. Every hit looks like it could be the last one. And that's worrisome. We don't want to see that.
Mike, what happens tonight? Monday nighter, Steelers-Dolphins.
I think the Steelers get another one of those mucky wins, but the Dolphins have been frisky, surprising, running the ball very well. Steelers have a very bad run defense. I think this is one of those situations where that Mike Tomlin experience, that gut check ability, makes the difference for the Steelers, but it's going to be closer than it looked on the schedule a couple of weeks ago.
As always, man, we appreciate the time. Where can people find your work?
You can find my newsletter, The Two Deep Zone, at MikeTaneer.substack.com.
All right, man. We'll chat with you next Monday.
You got it. Take care. Enjoy your week.
Yes, we will. We will definitely enjoy our week.
Solid.
A couple of other NFL notes, a couple of things to mention. Yeah, the Bears, man. Kills me as the Lions lose our guy.
We didn't discuss that either, too.
You're
on the bubble.
We're on the bubble. I'm a little concerned about it. I mean,
41% playoff probability.
Right now. A loss to the Rams isn't the end of the world.
No, but
man,
current situation,
that still hurts.
In the division.
A couple of notes. Our EST special is up. Steelers money line, and you heard Mike Taneer say maybe a mucky type of win here.
-3 Steelers up at
so I got Steelers money line. That means just to win and to Jaylen Warren anytime touchdown. So Steelers to win. They're running back with a touchdown plus 190. It's our early bird bet of the day to kick things off on a Monday night. If you want to ride with us, click on EST specials over at playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app. Play Alberta is the title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. A couple other notes from the National Football League that I saved from social media yesterday that I found somewhat interesting. For the first time since 1998, the NFL playoffs will not feature Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, or Peyton Manning. One of those three guys has been in the playoffs every single year since 1998. I also think this is the first time since 2011 that Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady won't be in the AFC Championship game, which is crazy. That's 14 years. So things are going to be a little bit different here. How about this one? J.J. McCarthy. He has now thrown multiple TD passes and rushed for a TD in the same game 3 times. Nobody else in the history of the NFL has done that in their first 8 career games. So I don't know if there's something there with J.J. McCarthy or not. We talked about the Trevor Lawrence game.
He brings you in and then he slams you over the head. Brings you in and slams you over the head. Eh?
Quarterbacks to have 0 interceptions with at least 1 rushing touchdown and 5 passing touchdowns all time. Norm Van Brocklin,
of course,
with the Rams in 1950. Frank Ryan with the Browns in 1964. I also have a collection of his rookie cards. Mark Rippon in 91. Aaron Rodgers in 2019. And Drew Brees in 2019. That must have been Drew Brees' only career rushing touchdown. But he did it, and then Trevor Lawrence did it this week. And yeah, here it is. Here's the other one. Caleb Williams now holds the NFL record for fewest interceptions in a quarterback's first 1,000 career pass attempts. Of all the great quarterbacks who've come along, all of them have thrown more interceptions in their first 1,000 career pass attempts than Caleb Williams. So Bears fans, that one's for you.
Whereas Mike McCarthy's been calling him Caleb.
Caleb Williams? What's that about?
I don't know. He was in an interview. He was talking about it. He was like, yeah, that Caleb Williams is really...
What?
What?
All right, whatever. The 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by GameSense. Make sure you use your game senses when you are gambling. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. And remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
I'll sneak a photo for you, too.
If you go to Edmonton, you should. If you go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, there will be a big banner there for Game Sense. You can click on that. You can find out more information for sure. All right, we are 64 in a row on Kind of Easy Trivia for Mr. Mike's. 64 straight. We have never lost in the 95.7 Cruise FM era. Who wants to play today? Text us right now, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Text Trev. Let us know you'd like to play. You'll need to get 3 of the 5 questions correct, and one of you will end up winning a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's. We've got 3 questions too many on the way. Gage on the debut of Tristan Jarry as well. Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge, and then the wrap for William Huff. All of that coming up in the 3rd hour of the show. The Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by the fine folks over at Weiss Johnson. Whoa. If you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. Best of luck to everybody trying to get in on that. We are looking to go 65-0 and remain perfect. Let's get to a sports update right now with Lieutenant Eric, brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Oilers' point streak snapped at 5 games as they fall 4-1 out in Montreal last night. Zach Hyman, the lone goal. Calvin Pickard stopping 23 of 27 shots faced. The road trip will continue tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Penguins yesterday falling in overtime 5-4 to the Mammoth. Vancouver doubling up at New Jersey 2-1. Quinn Hughes scored in his wild debut. Minnesota 6-2 over Boston. It was the Kraken falling at home 3-1 to the Sabres. Seattle have dropped 8 of 9. And Carolina winning in a shootout 3-2 over the Flyers. 5 games around the NHL tonight. An all-Canadian affair out in Winnipeg as the Jets welcome in the Senators. Rangers host the Ducks. Panthers visit the Lightning. St. Louis host Nashville. And the Stars at home to the LA Kings. Edmonton Oil Kings falling on home ice yesterday 4-2 to Brandon. They'll wrap up their pre-Christmas schedule tomorrow down in Lethbridge. J.J. McCarthy would toss 2 touchdowns and run in another as the Vikings knocked off the Cowboys 34-26 on your Sunday nighter. Week 15 will wrap up tonight when the Steelers host the Dolphins. Join me for this one at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Central Casino, Fort Road. Burgers and beer on special plus free heated underground parking. Lakers defeating the Suns after blowing a 20-point lead, make it a final 116-114. Raptors are back in action tonight. They'll put a 15-11 record on the line in Miami against the Heat in one of 5 games in the NBA. Sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
It's such a special day. Bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway. And we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, it just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Trolls dancing with wheels, it's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club. Fireball shots and Corey B's wife's on the floor. Atif's stuck in the bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big Uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head, now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream, honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Dregs' grandma won't be proud, cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Trolls dancing with wheels, it's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at
It is the Nielson Show on a Monday morning. Christmas just what, 10 sleeps away? Is it 10 sleeps? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. 10 sleeps away.
Yeah.
10 sleeps away from old Chris Kringle. Coming down the old
Coming down the chute.
chimney and leaving presents for all those little ones out there. I can't wait. Christmas is going to be a lot of fun this year. Looking forward to it. Gage is going to be by around 8:30 today. Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge. We'll do that as well. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Propose now, pay later over the holidays with Paris Jewelers. ParisJewelers.com.
With still one of the best taglines.
5 Edmonton area locations. Yes, it is, isn't it?
Propose now, pay later.
Propose now.
Love it.
Pay later. both emotionally and financially.
Yes.
West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center. Parasteelers.com. Canadian family owned, 14 locations across 4 provinces, and one of you will emerge from that inbox today with the Royal Pizza text of the day. If you missed Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas, day number 8, we hit that in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll run it back in the wrap for William Huff coming up a little bit later on today. 8 o'clock hour of the show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals, where they have just received a large quantity of nicely used pallet racking. Mention EST and you'll get 5% off anything new or used. And do not miss their monthly online auctions. GDLiquidators.com. They're Canadian owned and operated as well. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787. Or just pop by and visit the crew over there. 14510 124th Ave. Tons of used stuff, tons of new stuff. Pretty much anything you'll need, you'll find at GD Liquidators. Pretty fun place to go check out. All right, initial thoughts on Tristan Jarry. Keep those coming in. Somebody suggested that his goal song, I think I saw it on Friday, you know, that whiskey in the jar?
I think Gage actually also.
Tristan Jarro. Or do we say Tristan Jarry?
Yeah,
kids go on him, da-ba-da.
Lateral movement for my daddy-o.
Maybe he'll take them far-yo.
Yeah. No AI.
Shut out by Tristan Jarrio.
No AI slop. Hey, do we
this could be written.
invest, we invest hard on this
Look,
one?
this guy's under contract for 2 more years.
He's the guy.
You got to get a shutout song written for this guy. Whiskey in the Jar is a pretty good start, but if you have any other suggestions, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Camrose Chris texts in and says, let's not kid ourselves. If Skinner played like Jarry did against the Leafs, the haters would have been all over his rebound control and sub-900 save percentage.
Hey, it's the dawning of a new day.
He also
here.
made that breakaway save on Tavares.
Yeah.
And people were reacting like Skinner had never made a breakaway save in his history of being with the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Skinner wasn't great on breakaways, but he had made the odd save here.
But I do love this first blush overreaction.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, like, is it because you've seen Skinner so much that you're like, oh, you make one? Oh, look, he can.
Hey, if we're talking about breakaways, Pickard should play every game. He had to stop 4 of them yesterday. Anyway, let's get into kind of easy trivia. Looking to make it 65 in a row. It's brought to you by Mr. Mike's. I got to pop up to that Mr. Mike's on 137th to grab a bunch of new gift certificates. Got a reload coming. Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. That new location open in Bonnie Doon now. Check out MrMikes.ca for all the details. Order online at Skip the Dishes DoorDash. Mr. Mike's, eat locally. Enjoy casually. We've got Mr. Mike's planned for Friday night. Nielsen family's already got it.
That's going to be fun. What
it's a big one. We go to the mall to see Santa Claus. Yeah. We're booked to see Santa Claus on Friday night. And then for like the last 6-7 years, sorry, boys, the last 7 to 8 years.
There we go.
We go see Santa and then we go to Mr. Mike's for dinner.
You sit up top, second level.
We have. It's crazy up there.
It is nuts. It's a different world, man.
Yeah, we usually go in and sit on the far left, and then the kids like playing the games. And stuff.
The games.
Sounds good. All right, Trev, who's playing kind of easy trivia today, buddy?
This is Alex.
Alex is going to play today. Needs to get 3 of 5 correct
Alex
to
Lyon?
extend this streak to 65 in a row. Never been done before. Actually, you know what? It might be the longest we've ever gone without a loss. Even at like the old place, we've been doing this segment for 12 to 13 years. All right, let's go to Alex. Alex, you ready to go?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Trev will start the ticker after I read the first question. Good luck, man. Who did the Oilers beat on the weekend?
The Leafs.
Who did the Oilers lose to on the weekend?
Habs.
True or false? Spencer Stastny's a forward.
False.
Which team won the NFL Sunday Nighter?
Unfortunately, the Vikings.
What position does J.J. McCarthy play?
He attempts to play quarterback.
Oh, man. This guy's a Cowboys fan. Sure. Alex is a Cowboys fan. Guaranteed.
Another 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal a show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year we took it to the limit.
Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, 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 not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, 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 not today.
65 in a row. Will we ever be stopped?
Big Uke. Alex, more like Alex. With a W instead of the L.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, instead of, yeah, I get it. I mean, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, Big Uke. I'll give you credit with that one. Rusty Shackelford suggesting a goal song or a shutout song for Tristan Jarry. He suggests Heartland by George Strait. Sing a song about Jarry, sing a song about a shutout. Rusty Shackelford, we understand that you missed the Achy Breaky podcast.
Yeah, you really missed it.
But I don't know if that's going to work for a Tristan Jarry shutout song. I'm pretty sure it won't. Jason LeDuc says, that was me. Shutout for Tristan Jarry. Yeah, there was a bunch of you, but Jason LeDuc was one of them for sure. We'll see what we can put together. I'm not gonna, I'd say let's hope it's ready by playoffs.
Sure, yeah. Well, you want to get it right. You don't want to rush into this thing, I don't think.
Yeah, like it's gonna suck if he plays Pittsburgh tomorrow and gets a shutout, and we're coming in here the next day going, we don't have it yet. Keep the ideas coming in though for a Tristan Jarry shutout song. We'll write it.
You can just sing Heartland tomorrow if that happens. Or a Wednesday.
Yeah. You know what?
You'll sing
if Tristan. Yes.
Okay.
If Tristan Jarry gets a shutout before, I'll say this: if Tristan Jarry gets a shutout before I have the shutout song fully produced, I will sing Heartland by George Strait.
It's only like a 2-minute song.
It's
like
not. I'm not going to sing the whole song.
Oh no!
I'll sing a part. I'll sing a part of George Strait's Heartland. Okay, that'll be the bit until we get a song written.
Could do the whole one.
Okay. Sing a song about the heartland, the only place I feel at home.
When you hear steel fiddles and steel grinding, when you hear 10 fiddles and a steel guitar. Yeah, that's all.
It is a pretty catchy
one.
tune.
Yeah, it is a good one.
That is a pretty catchy tune. I'd be happy to sing it, I think. All right. Let's keep moving along. No, Tyler and Terwilliger says, what about I Love This Bar by Toby Keith? I love this Jarry. He's my kind of goalie. Yeah. We don't have a country song.
Better than Heartland.
I'm going to write, it's better than Heartland, but.
I love this Jarry.
I love this Jarry. All right, I said whiskey and jar and, was it? I love this bar.
I love this jar.
We'll see what we can put together. Until then, it's me singing Heartland. And the boys can join in, too.
I love it.
Yeah.
Here's for a shutout.
Be a good time. All right. We've got 3 questions too many coming up as well. Before we get into that, let's make it known that portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries need a hammer. Rick Mallett of Hammer Injury Law has got over 35 years of injury law experience, so don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation and to start your injury claim. And check out their pages on Facebook and Instagram for free law tips and frequently asked questions being answered every Friday. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
The number again.
That's 1-855-98-HAMMER.
Number again.
1-855-98-HAMMER. Darth 2 texts in and says, what about Jarry on my wayward son?
Yeah.
Your lateral movement meant the Oilers won.
I get it.
He's trying to put it together as well. That's good. Luke in Cowtown says, man, I am excited to hear the Skinner shutout song on Wednesday morning. Oh, we'll see. Somebody was saying that Skinner's having a few visa issues. So maybe he won't be able to go on to
song instead.
Who doesn't want Skinner v. Jarry on Tuesday night? If this was the WWE, it would already be planned. Yeah, I mean, like Cena tapping out in his final
Skinner
event.
tapping out with a smile on his face.
This Vaughn says, what about Twist and Shout, but Tristan Shout?
Great work.
Come on, baby. Now,
we're on the right track,
Come on,
Harry.
baby. Tristan Shut Out. Tristan Shut Out. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write that down as well.
That ain't bad.
Twist and Shout into Tristan Shut Out. I mean, I think that would get banging pretty hard. Morning after a win in the playoffs.
Gets you dancing.
Could you imagine that? That's pretty catchy.
Well, come on, baby.
Yeah, come on, baby. Tristan Shut Out. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Vaughn. I like that one, man. No, it's nice to have some stuff to work with. But that one's good. That might have just won me over.
It could be the one.
All right, let's get into 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. LTE, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer Principal Mitch Lewicki, where he has not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. He's waiting for one of you to be the 13,600 subscriber Park Mazda.
Yeah, we are so close to 13.6.
He's allowing you to get it.
We're 13.599, I think, right now.
He'll be 601.
Jason in Leduc, who was a Tristan Jarro guy, is saying, come on, baby. Now, like
he's
that,
throwing his support.
If the Oilers had any sense of humor, they would let us write a Tristan Jarry shutout song. And then after they shut out a team, they play it in the building. And everybody's just that would be insane. That would be insane.
And somebody texted in whiskey in the jarro.
Yeah, we already talked about that, man.
But that has been discussed. But
yeah, thank you. We've already got that one. We've already got that one covered. All right, let's get into it here. Question number 1, and you can send in your questions 780-218-9999. Zulu's been texting in.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for a good goalie number 35 so I can convert this Habby Boolin jersey that he has. Well, I mean, I'd just leave it.
Yeah.
Habby Boolin.
You wear that out, it gets you a bit of a
very
laugh.
brief run there. Yeah,
people like seeing that one. Yeah.
And Habby Boolin was pretty good, and then the Oilers got him, and he just had some good. Yeah, he's
always a coyote to me.
All right, question number 1. Do you guys think Jarry will play more than Skinner played with Pickard still being in the mix?
I think they'll still want to give Pickard his time. I mean, maybe he just takes his things and runs with it. We don't know yet. I think they still want to keep Pickard, up to speed, obviously. I mean, this isn't a true... Is it a true 1A? 1 capital A?
Well...
And I know the money, and you might think, okay, yeah, and obviously, this is the guy now for the next, couple years, but...
But with the way they ran Skinner, it was kind of like he was your 1A as well.
Oh, I know, yeah,
like,
but lowercase A.
Yeah, well...
Like not your...
So the split when Skinner was here was 23 starts for Skinner and 8 for Calvin Pickard. So that is, what's that, 3-1? For every 3 starts, Skinner got, Pickard got 1. I would think it probably stays relatively close to the same. Trev, would you play Jarry 4 out of every 5 instead of 3 out of every 4 like Knobloch was doing with Skinner? I could see the 4 out of 5 scenario.
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
If he's playing well.
Makes sense. If he is, yeah, absolutely. I think he'll be playing a little bit more than what Skinner was. And you'd kind of expect that with what you traded for him.
Well, you should because he's supposed to be an upgrade in the minds of management, right? So
I could see it.
What say you? 780-218-9999. Parkside text and it says Ferris Bueller singing the Tristan shutout on the Jumbotron as well as they're playing it. Camrose Chris says, I think it depends on how Pickard plays. Yeah, but this is the thing. If you have a legitimate number 1 goalie, it doesn't matter how your backup plays. Right? Most teams, if their backup plays a good game, they're like, thank you. Now back to being a backup, and we go back to our starter. Yeah. Trev, throw Park Mazda up there, buddy. To me, that's how this would have to be viewed. I think I want, especially with the way Pickard has played this year, and full marks to stopping a handful of breakaways last night because the team in front of him was no good, and they were very sloppy with the puck last night, horribly sloppy with the puck. But to me, you want to get to a spot where it's Pickard, this is your game, played well, but Tristan Jarry is our number 1 goaltender, so we're going to go back to him in this situation. Like that's how it should be.
Camrose Chris follows up, I just don't want to run Jarry too much. Is that of any sort of concern? That was his reasoning as well.
Well, I get it. Tristan Jarry's a little more injury prone than Stuart Skinner was. But you didn't trade for Tristan Jarry to play Pickard more.
Totally. Yeah.
That's just not the case. The one thing I haven't got to I think what will happen is that it probably will settle into the 3 out of every 4, very similar to what Skinner was doing. right? And then come playoff time, hopefully you don't need to get to Pickard like you did the last couple of years, even though he was able to answer the bell for you at that time. The one tweet I haven't got to yet that came out, I think it was Friday evening, maybe it was Saturday. Josh Yohe, who's covered the Pittsburgh Penguins for a long, long time. He tweeted this about the deal, which I thought was, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he has a grudge against Tristan Jarry or if this is just a guy who's watched him in Pittsburgh a long time, and I guess the stats would back this up. He says, I haven't a clue how this trade will work out, and I do acknowledge that Jarry is a real talent, but I'm fascinated that the team that is obsessed with finally winning the big game coveted one of the worst big game goalies I've ever seen. That's tough. That's a tough brush to be painted with if you're Tristan Jarry coming from a guy who's covered your career so far.
Yeah, and I know
the worst big game goalie he's ever seen.
I know the Binnington thing was never really, but
now Binnington could be a big game guy.
Big game guy.
Yeah.
So that
little bit
conversely goes against
train
this,
wreck in some other situations, but
well, it doesn't get any bigger than Hockey Night in Canada in Toronto, does it? So we're told.
Yeah, and you know what? That third goal they gave up brought the save percentage under 9. And then I saw some people be like, "Oh, where's the difference?"
Yeah, well, there. Yeah.
Changing 200.
MH says, "Guys, it's tough to say that when he's played 8 games in the playoffs. It's true.
Yeah, small.
Like he has not played a lot in the postseason.
I mean, he's a Memorial Cup champ, right?"
All right, keep the text messages coming in. We'll get to a few more of these. Question number 2. Guys, is the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty officially over?
No.
No? Really?
Well, it's taking a pause. It's taking a timeout. He'll be back. This is a tough injury. Like, again, as Mike pointed out, Mike Taneer earlier, that we could see a little Minshew to start the season. And the Chiefs do have to do a soft reset, if you will. But he'll be playing for, quite some more time. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, but nobody runs out like a dynasty for their entire career, right? Like what would, like they have dominated the AFC, right? What is it? 9 straight championship finals. I think we'd have to look at. To me, this would be a break in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like Kelsey's probably going to be retired.
Yeah.
Mahomes is going to be coming off an injury. How many years does Andy Reid have left?
That's a question,
like,
too.
I think now, post-injury for Patrick Mahomes, not saying he won't be brilliant, not saying he won't win MVPs and stuff, but post-injury for Patrick Mahomes, I don't think it's crazy to think that pre-injury is first half of Patrick Mahomes' career. Post-injury now will be second half of Patrick Mahomes' career.
Yes.
And I would be stunned if the second half of Patrick Mahomes' career is even remotely close to the success that they had in the first half. But I would say dynasty over.
I could still see them, though, being in the mix consistently and then perhaps getting it over the line maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Could they win another title?
Which, again, define dynasty in this day and age, too, where, like, you're right. I don't think the post will be better than the pre.
Yeah.
They're tough to beat. But I don't think this totally derails, like, concern if you're an AFC fan of the Kansas City Chiefs in the conference. I still think
we're not going to say the Chiefs are going to become the Panthers for 10 years.
Right.
But the Chiefs aren't going to be the Chiefs anymore, in my opinion.
No.
They're going to be it's going to be different.
But if Andy Reid is a question too, because we know how he likes to go out and acquire off it. Like he's in there to win. He's in there to play. He's in there to win. And I mean, we'll see what they surround him with in Mahomes era 2.0, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. We are now entering Mahomes era 2.0.
But I'm not gonna doubt them or him.
Full conversation with this on the Lock Shop later on today with myself and Huss. Hustler out of Winnipeg is the biggest Kansas City Chiefs fan I know. He's going to be distraught today. Not only are they eliminated from the playoffs for the first time in Mahomes' career, or won't be in the playoffs for the first time in his career, he also suffered a serious injury yesterday as well. If you are listening on 95.7 Cruise FM and you're like, what's the Lock Shop? It's one of our shows the rest of the day, so we'd love for you to download the iHeart or TuneIn apps or come on over to YouTube and join us for the rest of the day. We've got the Hangout from 9 to 11 today, the Lock Shop from 11 until 12, the Oil Stream from 12 until 1, EST Afternoons from 1 until 3, and then the Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. We provide more sports coverage than anybody else in the city. And we'd love to have you hop on board with us for the rest of the day. Question number 3, guys, is this Christmas draft delay good news or bad news for you?
It's given me, we got a weekend to think about.
We got a whole weekend, yeah.
It's not like we bumped it to the next day
But did
or
you
anything
change
like
your
that.
list?
No, I mean, there's not really, I mean, you can always add to the list. I did watch Christmas at the Cranks over the weekend. Great movie there.
Did I tell you I watched it?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, but then everything went off the rails on Friday. Thursday night, while I was prepping with the draft, I watched Christmas with the Cranks for the first time.
And you loved it.
I have to say,
it's a great cast.
I really liked it.
Right?
Good cast.
The neighbor there.
Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah, Aykroyd, the neighbor, and they're all nosy and they're all spying.
It was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I liked it.
When he goes to the tanning bed.
Yeah, I know.
And just gets his eyebrows done and everything.
Jamie Lee Curtis at the tanning bed, am I right? Holy smokes.
If you know, you know. Yeah. No, it's an easy watch.
I was planning on prepping a little bit more over the weekend, but I didn't. But I'll probably dive into it a little bit tonight. So it'll be a little bit extra prep. I don't know how it impacts the draft. All it really probably does is give Reed more time to get angry about it.
Yeah, he's got some strong thoughts on this one. But does it affect? Does viewing Christmas with the Cranks first ever, and a great premise to the show too? Did that work its way more into your draft board? I mean, characters, movie in its own, or anything like that?
Actually, I think I would probably put Tim Allen's character in there.
Yeah, Aykroyd played a good villain, soft villain.
Yeah,
I guess
soft villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, soft villain.
Hey, old man. Remember his old man neighbor keeps calling him old man?
It was, I like Christmas with the Cranks. I'd never seen it.
It's one of those ones you could watch over and over and over.
Yeah, it kind of flies under the radar. It's pretty, well, so I'm prepping. I'm doing so. I had it on while I was prepping, but it's not a movie that you need to be locked in on.
No.
But it did take a lot of my concentration.
Yeah.
Tammy comes downstairs at one point and she goes, "Oh, you're watching Christmas with the Cranks?" I was like, "You know about Christmas with the Cranks?"
She knows game.
Because I used to watch this all the time.
Oh, yes.
So what? So yeah. Anyway, draft tomorrow. Should be a good time. Myself, Lieutenant Eric, Benny, and Reed Wilkins from 9 to 11 on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com audio player, and YouTube. Matthew Iwanek will host the pre- and post-draft shows, and Commissioner Quinn Phillips of Global Sports fame back in the day. She is our commissioner for the draft, and she pretty much provides no controversy every single draft, and things move along very smoothly.
How is she going to step into this one, hey?
Well, something will come up.
Something.
All right, Joaquin Gage is on the way. He's going to join us just after 8:30, but we'll get his thoughts on Tristan Jarry's debut as a member of the Edmonton Oilers. What did he like? Was there anything he did not like? We will get into that with Gager. And why is McDavid celebrating more lately? Maybe we'll get into that with Joaquin Gage a little bit as well. And Gager texted me over the weekend. He's very proud of me for me expanding my palate at the taco shop on Friday night of the Christmas party.
Not a burger to be seen.
I'm sure we'll get
a
into
hot dog.
Yeah,
I guess.
I didn't get any burgers or hot dogs. I actually had, I can't remember what it was called. Gager will tell us what it's called.
It was the hit, though. The
Everybody
folded up
had that thing.
fried taco with the
I want to
jus.
go back. It's like a taco/beef dip type of thing. It was
And the sides of rice and corn were very delicious as well. It was a nice plate overall.
low-key stunned by the rice and corn side plates.
Great sides, yeah.
Those were delicious. Anyway, Gager's going to pop by. We'll have your Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge, the wrap for William Huff, all still to come as well. Let's get to it. If you're on 95.7, listen this morning, we're going to give you 3 minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, and then we'll be back right here on the radio up until 9 o'clock this morning. Everywhere else, we got an update for you. Here we go with Lieutenant Eric.
Oilers' point streak snapped at 5 games as they fall 4-1 to the Habs. Zach Hyman had the lone goal. Kelvin Pickard stopping 23 of 27 shots in the loss. The road trip will continue tomorrow night in Pittsburgh. Penguins falling yesterday in overtime to the Mammoth 5-4. Dylan Guenther with the OT winner. Canucks would double up the Devils 2-1. Minnesota 6-2 over Boston. Quinn Hughes scoring in his wild debut. Kraken now have dropped 8 of 9. They fall on home ice 3-1 to the Sabres. And it was the Hurricanes over the Flyers 3-2 in a shootout. 5 games around the NHL tonight. Stars are at home to the Kings. Nashville visits St. Louis. Jets host the Sens. Rangers welcome in the Ducks. And the Battle of Florida win the Lightning. Play host to the Panthers. The Edmonton Oil Kings falling on home ice yesterday, 4-2 to Brandon. Oil Kings will wrap up their pre-Christmas schedule tomorrow night in Lethbridge. Vikings over the Cowboys, 34-26 on your Sunday nighter. Week 15 will wrap up tonight from Pittsburgh. The 7-6 Steelers host the 6-7 Miami Dolphins. Join me for the game at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Century Casino, Fort Road. Burgers and beer on special, plus free heated underground parking. Over to the NBA, it was the Lakers over the Suns, 116-114. Raptors back in action tonight. They visit the Heat in one of 5 games. Joaquin Gage joins the show next as Hour 3 of the Nielson Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
I am a Zakai man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I am the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. 3rd overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93. All the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went 1st overall. My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again and again and again and again and again.
Changing 200.
Changing 200.
That's an absolute banger. It was fitting today because that's a song written about the only 4 forwards who play. Had to do it. Had to do it. I'm on fire today. It is the Nielson Show, brought to you by Weiss Johnson here on Edmonton Sports Talk, EST, presented by our partners over at Play Alberta. If you're watching on YouTube today, I'm wearing the hoodie and he's wearing the hat from Play Alberta. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and of course, one of your text messages gets crowned the Royal Pizza. It's the text of the day. We'll get into that as well. Shawnsy texts and says, "Whatever happened to Dallas and Nelson? Nobody knows. He was writing banger songs. We saw him in Vegas. And then yada, yada, yada. Haven't heard from him since."
Dairy Queen probably just busy. Just
Dairy Queen
swamped.
analysis. Yeah, he's just busy. He's trying to create blizzards and
the
stuff.
Dairy King.
We'll get to your Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge coming up as well, plus the wrap for William Huff. But Joaquin Gage is going to join us this morning. Gager on Two Guys and a Goalie every Tuesday and Thursday here on Edmonton Sports Talk from noon until 1. And then EST afternoons with Hernan Salas every single day. And Gager joins us on our Firehouse Subs hotline today. Dig into the brisket hat trick piled with slow smoked brisket and melty cheese. That sounds good.
And a side fry.
And a side fry. They got fries now at this place. All right, let's bring in Gager today. Gager, how was the rest of your weekend after the EST Christmas party?
It was great. It was good. The next night, obviously, went to BP's with Tommy.
Yeah.
Saw some of the nasties there. That was fun. My wife and daughter even showed up.
No.
Yeah. So that was great. And just Christmas preparation, I guess. And it's my wife's birthday on Wednesday, so there's also some birthday preparation too, right? So
oh man, this is a tough time of year for you then.
Very tough, very tough. Easy to get wrong. Let's just say.
Yeah, don't screw that up. That's the last thing you want. Gager, what'd you think of me being all? I'll try this. I'll try that at the Christmas party.
I wouldn't be more surprised if I woke up with my head stapled to the carpet than your performance at the taco shop, Dusty. It was so impressive what you did. Like, first of all, staying away from the gringo section of the menu, and going full down at the bottom where the specialty tacos are, and you didn't go cilantro. I'm fine with that. The white onion though, little interesting because onion. Yeah, but the dip, there's tons of onion in the dip, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But anyways, I go, that's Mexican street corn, and okay, well, and you tried it and go, this is really good, and then you hit the rice, but the pièce de résistance, Dusty, that you were able to accomplish was going back with the chips. Not to the pico, not to just the normal green salsa, but to the hot,
the heat, the white,
the white lightning heat chip dip, and you kept doing it.
Which also had onions in it.
Which also had white onions in it, which was crazy. I was, Dusty, you see a lot of things in life, and things that warm the cockles of the heart.
Yeah.
Nothing made me more proud, and hopefully I just had a little bit of a portion of your adventurous Indiana Jones-like culinary spirit that we saw Friday night.
It was a big one.
I think we put it in the Estes folder. I mean, this is a top courageous type of.
Yeah, we should start a whole category for most courageous moment. Best live performance, Dusty dipping in the white sauce at the taco shop at the Christmas party. Okay, so Gager, you did do pre and post with Tommy on Saturday, and that was our first look at Tristan Jarry. So let's dive into this. What'd you think of him? What'd you like about his game? What did you not like about his game? If there was something you didn't like,
there's not much I didn't like about his game. To tell you the truth, Dusty. It looked like the way he moved. He was aggressive, and I said this on the post game show, and it sounds a little weird, but he made saves. Like everything he was doing was with a lot of intention, right? He wasn't just, there are two different types of goaltenders when we look at Stuart Skinner and Tristan Jarry, right? Skinner is more of a blocker, right? He's getting to the point and using his big frame. Not that he doesn't make saves too, but it just, some of the leg saves that Jarry was making, and his control afterwards was quite impressive, right? There was, even when there was a second chance opportunity, he was his movement back and forth was really, really good, getting back and getting in a good position to make that type of second save. And I've said it for a number of years. I don't know why Stuart Skinner doesn't put more tape on his stick for a guy that doesn't handle the puck that well. But
you do hate that, don't you?
It drives me nuts. But you saw I'm not saying he's Mike Smith or anything, but there was one point, I think it was right in the first period. Mike Smith always used to do this. His hand-eye, he's probably great at tennis, but the puck was just like maybe a foot up off the boards, and he just went out and batted it down with his stick. And the way he was setting it up quickly for his defenders was quite impressive. And then he had the one play where he just, I'm just getting the puck down, and he has that ability to move the puck and throw it over people's heads. So overall, Dusty, I was really impressed. New pads, new team, all these things, and the timing of his saves in that type of situation was what impressed me most, right? And keeping that game really tight. And I know that Toronto Maple Leafs, they had issues at the blue lines with decision making and losing battles. I think that kind of disease followed the Edmonton Oilers into Montreal the following night. But I got to give full marks to Jarry. Can't wait to see him against his former team.
Well, and getting into last night, Gager, that elusive third win in a row still escapes him. we talked this morning. We thought Pickard had a decent game in the 4-1 loss. I mean, he stopped all the breakaways and such, but a low event night. And we come in here this morning and we were talking about the bottom six, and Dusty had an interesting, I mean, you can't expect a lot of production if you're not getting the minutes to do it. Is it more of that case? Is it something else? I mean, you can bring up a Howard, you can bring up a Hudson. If they're not playing, well, what are they going to do? So how would you go about right now kind of fixing or finding out the difficulty and how we can solve the question of the bottom six?
Well, to give them a chance to put them in situations where they can hopefully help the team, right? I mean, I felt that Connor McDavid's been unbelievable over the past, I'd say, 5 games.
2 weeks.
Last game, not so much, right? And yes, they fall behind, but it didn't look like Leon and Connor's night last night. So, but again, you had Nabla looking for something with his big guys. But why not? When the Oilers seem to have success and look like they're playing a full game, it's when the bottom six are more engaged and getting more opportunities. So why not try to win or give other people on the team a chance to bail them out,
to contribute in the comeback, right?
To get something going instead of just falling back. Okay, Connor Leon, get us back in this. Yeah, I mean, after that, I thought that the first 5-on-3, it was a really good power play. Goalie made some good saves. You had some good looks, and you saw the change in mindset with the Edmonton Oilers. All of a sudden, thinking they had to do something special now to score a goal instead of playing that simple way of funneling pucks towards the net and out battling Montreal Canadiens for those opportunities. Maybe that's when that cross seam pass to Draisaitl does open up, right? It just seemed like they made it way more difficult in, I would say, after that power play till the middle of the second. They were just trying to do too much and look for that perfect play instead of resorting to that simplistic type of hockey that we've seen over the past couple weeks with this team where, if I got a chance, I'm shooting it and guys are going to the net, and we're going to play a very simple brand of hockey.
Is it okay for McDavid to throw a backhander right up the middle in his own zone because he's Connor McDavid?
No. Why does
Well, that's what I hear when Bush does it from people who want to defend Bush. He does so many positive things. You have to live with the negative.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just trying to see if that's how we view it with Connor too or not, right? Like,
I don't think I don't care who you are, Dusty. A no-look backhand from behind the net
into the slot
is not a good play. Is not, unless you are 100% sure, and it's not an indirect pass. It's going tape to tape, right? And that was horrible play by Connor McDavid, right? And just that, but that was the night. It summed up everything from that big guy. Yeah, and then it was like, I mean, I saw someone say on social media they should have sat him for 2 minutes after that, right? It was it wasn't their night, and I mean, I thought Pickard did a great job of keeping them. He gave them a chance to win, but when you rely on your certain players for that extended amount of time and not look for something else in a different area, it's very difficult to win games.
Joaquin Gage with us. Gage, before we let you go, you had some family stuff, so you didn't come bowling with us. We went bowling, and we put the 5 oldest guys against the 6 youngest folks. Jasmine was with the younger guys, and we just did total score. We didn't do average score, and we just did total score, and the old guys won both games. Does it surprise you that our generation are superior bowlers to the younger generation?
The biggest surprise to me is Jasmine wasn't with the old people. Isn't she old? I didn't know. But no, I'm not, Dusty. There's an experience factor with everything.
Yeah.
We see these young guys. I mean, half the time I'm surprised we don't have baby wipes and Huggies in the back for some of the maturity level of these young guys. But no, they crumble under pressure. It's fine. Probably a little trash talking too would put them in their place. I'm sure Trev trembled like a little baby back there, and so it's okay. They've got a few years to get it back. Maybe a rematch next year, which would so Trev
5 pin.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Then if it's 5-pin, don't we have to bring in the ringer?
We've got to bring in Murray. He's in on the hang-up today. He said he was one of the best 5-pin bowlers ever.
he says he was referred to as Ernie McCracken back in the day, and going from alley to alley. He was above the law back in the day.
Gage, your good stuff, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you around the office later.
Can't wait.
There you go. That's Joaquin Gage. He'll be in with Hernan Salas. It's an awesome show. If you haven't checked it out yet, from 1 to 3 every single day. They do a great job breaking down. Very passionate about the Edmonton Oilers.
Murray shows up at the Rose in the ball. Hey, like he's
yeah, a little 5-pinner.
Yeah. Just see that text from Martin as well. That's a pretty good text in the PJ's inbox.
I don't. Let me see here. Let me give a quick little refresh here.
It's regarding you.
What? Oh yeah, I did see this one. Dusty grabs a plate of rice and says, "These little Tic Tacs are delicious."
How did they get them so soft?
It's spices. No, the rice was really good.
It's great sides.
I think I'm going to try to take Tammy back there. We're going on a little date night.
A little date night, yeah, I like that.
Because she'll be so impressed by me. Oh, I love this Mexican street corn.
You can educate her on the menu.
Yeah, just so you know. This is the Gringos is where I would usually eat from, and this is where everybody else here eats. All right, the portions of this hour brought to you by Alley Cat. 6 o'clocker lager is on special again at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. 4-pack for $12.99. But Alley Cat's got a lot more going on than just our 6 o'clocker lager, which has become a pretty big success for them as well. You hop on their website and it's pretty awesome. I mean, you can see all of their core brews, and then they've got the seasonals. But yeah, many of you would know the Skona Golds, the Main Squeezes, the Mangalorians, the Razzie Cat, that's a raspberry sour, the Fruithopia, the Beer League Honey Brown, I've had that one on tap there, New Moon Hazy Pale, Apricot, which rivals 6 o'clocker for my favorite lager. You know what I'm going to do for our Christmas party on Friday, the show party? I'm going to mix an Apricot with a 6 o'clocker lager.
Oh, get in the lab, eh?
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Good Christmas gift ideas, though, of any of those brews. You get a nice 4-pack. Like it's a simple.
No, they're delicious, man. Absolutely delicious. Check out alleycatbeer.com. And we are very happy to have partnered with them on the very successful 6 o'clocker lager. If you're a 95.7 Cruise FM listener who's missed us for the last couple of years or just started listening, yes, we have our own beer, and it sells very well, and it is absolutely crushable. Just an absolutely delicious, crisp, clear lager. You will love it. All right, Selly's Monday Night Football. Lieutenant Eric, this is your last Monday Nighter of the year for you.
Yes, sir. Yes. Last chance at the loaded burgers. You can get them on whatever Monday. I mean, there will be 2 other weeks. But yes, for me being there, this will be the final Monday. Steelers-Dolphins tonight. The early bird up?
The early bird is up. Steelers money line, Jaylen Warren anytime touchdown, plus 190. The line in this game is Dolphins plus 3, Steelers minus 3. So we do have a gift certificate to Selly's up for grabs. If you would like to get on the Steelers minus 3, you text Steelers to 780-218-9999. If you want to get on the Dolphins plus 3, text Dolphins. Who do you like?
Mike did say the Dolphins are frisky.
They're frisky.
They've won 4 in a row. They're trying to continue to remain into that mix. I hate the Steelers so much. They are at home.
Yeah, you're doing it?
Hit it.
Road dog?
I don't
Dolphins
care.
plus 3?
Yeah.
You didn't know? You better call somebody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its 6th-time WWE Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws.
I love when he does that.
Back when wrestling was great.
Yeah. But AEW is still good.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Super Bowl party at Selly's is going to be amazing again.
It always is.
And I'm telling you, it's been absolutely jam-packed for the last 2 years. I don't know if you're, to me, I don't know when they're going to allow people to start calling to book tables, but you should probably book one right now at Selly's.
Oh, you got to get on it. And it's going to be, when is the Super? Sunday, February 8th.
Yeah, it's almost 2 months away, but if you want a table there, you probably got to get one lined up.
The EST Bonspiel. It's January 31.
Yeah.
Saturday. You got the Super Bowl February 8th.
The next
The
weekend.
Mexico trip is February 22.
Oh, my goodness. And a little event you might have heard of, the Olympics.
Oh.
In there as well.
The Winter Olympiad.
Yeah, that's right. So it might be something to start thinking about.
Yeah, absolute.
Because
Don't leave it till late.
It's going to be slammed. It's
Yeah.
the best Super Bowl party in the city. And I'm not even kidding. I think as far as going out to establishments, our Super Bowl party has become, it's awesome.
Renee and the crew usually do a great job of hosting, prizing, and all that such. Like they dress it up
Iwanek
good.
tries to buzzkill it a little bit.
Well,
but we push through. We push through. All right, let's dive into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done at William Huff today. Bruce and his family over there been doing it since 1952. So you know they're the best in the biz. www.williamhuff.com. What did we learn on the show today, boys?
Well, we learned that we have a Tristan Jarry song now. I mean, it's I don't know, unless somebody
Tristan
else can
shut out?
come over the top rope with something better.
I think it'll sound awesome when I get it done. And we also learned that if he gets a shutout anytime before I have the song produced, I will sing Heartland by George Strait on the show the next morning.
Which is also an interesting tie-in.
Yeah.
I'm also Greg Wyshynski, who will join us tomorrow.
Yep.
An hour ago, he had an article out, and we didn't really get to this because it's not a big deal, but NHL Board of Governors eager to see more color v. color jersey matchups. Are you in favor of this? Like,
I'm fine with
Reds
it.
on blues?
I'm fine with it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't, any sport, football as well.
Yeah.
I think you need to
Actually, I really like it in football.
Yeah.
Color on color in football. I
Why
really
not?
like, yeah.
Unless it's like blue on blue. I mean, obviously there, but I'm all for it.
All right. Well, we'll get into that with Wyshynski. Trev, did you learn anything on the show today?
I learned that Gager's got a lot of talk for someone who's bailed on bowling 2 years in a row.
Oh, we've got a bowling rivalry at the
Kinda true,
office.
though.
Yeah, he shows up for food and then dines and dashes. How does that make you feel, Dusty? Yeah, I'll pay for your meal and then, you can just go on about your night.
Look, I'll say this. First of all,
says
as
a
the
lot about
boss,
who
I
Gager
have to
is.
pay for everybody's meal. I can't just be like, you have to pay for your own meal if you're not coming bowling.
Says
I mean, that's-
a lot about who he is as a person. Just in it for
would
himself.
I like him to come bowling? Of course I would.
We all would. He's too scared. That's why.
But I love Gager so much, I don't care.
He's too scared. That's all it is.
I'd
He's
buy
scared.
Gager a meal every day if he come with me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. That'll be Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas. Day number 8. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. On the first day of Christmas, EST gave to me the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the second day of Christmas, EST gave to me too many pizzas and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the third day of Christmas, EST gave to me 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the fourth day of Christmas, EST gave to me 4 drafties drafting 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 5th day of Christmas, EST gave to me 5 lock shop hosts, sometimes one is Dusty, 4 drafties drafting 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 6th day of Christmas, EST gave to me 6 sevens, 5 lock shop hosts, sometimes Dusty, which is today, 4 drafties drafting 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 7th day of Christmas, EST gave to me 7, 6, 7, 6 sevens, 5 lock shop hosts, sometimes one is Dusty, including today, 4 drafties drafting 3-piece Popeye's chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees. On the 8th day of Christmas, EST gave to me. Zach ate all the food. 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 5 lock shop hosts. Sometimes one is not included today. 4 draftees drafting 3-piece Popeyes chicken, too many pizzas, and the thermostat at 25 degrees.
Oh my God!
Day 9 tomorrow.
Nobody sings better than this guy in the city of Edmonton on FM radio.
Until Tristan Trey gets a shutout.
Well, then we'll all be.
Then we'll... Oh no!
Tristan
I'm
shutout.
talking before the song gets produced.
I'll start warming up the. I'll start warming up the fiddles.
I want you dressed like George Strait too.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Mind you, I do have a cowboy hat.
You've done it back in the
I'll bring in my cowboy hat too if I have to. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, let's get to your Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza, still
the text of the day. Lots of text messages into the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Only one of them can win text of the day, though. Still making it great with the best and freshness ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service over 55 years. Order online today, www.royalpizza.ca. Visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. I'm telling you, it's absolutely delicious. Let's go back to that text from Martin that came in. I thought that was pretty funny.
It was cute.
People know me, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Dusty grabs a plate of rice. These little Tic Tacs are delicious.
You start carrying around a little thing of rice in your pocket.
Yeah.
Breath mint.
Hey, you want Tic Tac?
This is just warm rice.
Is this a warm piece of rice? Yes, I guess it is. Look, I do like rice. People need to realize this. I don't know why. A few people.
What kind? Like just white Uncle Ben's? Like what are we talking here? Like you can have like a Cajun rice, like a.
Okay, well, I don't want too many things. I like some variants of chicken fried rice.
Sure.
I definitely like Uncle Ben's just plain white rice, and I just covered in soy sauce.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's about it. My mom used to make rice. It was rice-a-roni when I was a child. Yeah. We crushed a ton of rice-a-roni as a child, and she'd mix in these green peas, and that was like lunch.
Yeah,
lots of days.
Get your veg.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a lot of rice as a child. Anyway, I do like rice, but that's a funny text.
Yeah, it's a great side.
That rice did have some stuff in it, though.
Oh yeah,
but I still liked it.
But you didn't care.
No.
Again,
sometimes
put it in the
you just got to grow up and live a little.
Put it in the folder and bold it.
Dusty eats actual food at taco shop.
Bold 28 font.
All right, what's coming up over here on 95.7 Cruise FM? Dave Matthews Band. Crash Into Me. That's coming up on 95.7 here on TuneIn and iHeart and at EdmontonSportsTalk.com and over on YouTube. Hammer the thumbs up for us before you leave. Sub to the channel. We're very close to 13.6K. We should be there at some point throughout the show today. Turn on autoplay. It'll take you right on over to the Hangout. The Hangout is coming up next. That'll be going from 9 to 11. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11. We'll have the oil stream today at high noon. That'll lead into EST afternoons from 1 until 3. And the Reed Wilkins Show every single day here. Smash Hit from 3 until 6 in your afternoon and on your drive home. That is going to do it for the Nielson Show today. Brought to you by our partners at
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
For you two, Trev, and the voice of an angel, Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielson. Talk to you on the Lock Shop. We'll talk to you tomorrow on 95.7 Cruise FM. Take it easy.